Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Hello.
Back. What up?
What's up, Molly?
What's up with you, beast?
Man, doing great. You know, I'm happy to be here, happy to join you.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Y'all just getting in here. Please hit that like, hit that share button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe.
Can I do my recent pressing? I got the book and everything.
Go ahead, let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all know that today's episode of the Morning Max Show is brought to you live on Turn Up Tuesday. And of course, it is done by our sponsors. Y'all know it here. It's right here for everybody to see. Shades of Blue by AM Morning. As you know, I've read this book. The book is amazing. If you don't have your copy, you need to get it now. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from Reese herself. You get it from her. She'll even take her titty and give you a signature with her titty if you buy the book from her. So also you got to get your sea moss, Somali sea moss. I am I think I'm close to like day 10 of drinking my Molly sea moss every morning with my coffee. I have it in the morning. I make my coffee. I make sure it's nice and hot. Put your sea moss in there. I put everything in there. Get my hot coffee nice and hot. Stir it up and make sure it gets good. And take it. I've been taking it every day. I'm like day 10, and my energy definitely has felt better. My digestion has felt better. You know, the first couple of days I did, you know, I could tell it was working because I had to go to that bathroom the first couple of days. Now I think my body's pretty used to it. So I'm enjoying it, but I have felt like my cravings or my food intake has been different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm enjoying taking the sea moss is something I'm gonna continue taking. So I'm a little bit about halfway through my jar. But my wife's eating it, taking it too. So, you know, it's a great thing. So we probably go another couple of weeks or a week or so with our jar before I have to go get me a new one from you, Molly. But, you know, we'll make that happen. So it's brought to you. Make sure you get your sea moss and your book. If I remember correctly, you can get them both for a discounted price. What's that price, Molly?
$25. Normally the book costs you almost $20, and the sea moss alone costs $15. But you get them both together, you can get them for $25. So can't beat that. You basically getting the book and getting the sea moss for $5, however you want to look at it, you know. Or the sea moss and getting the book half off for $10. It depends, but support us. Support me, and
Yeah,
my
there
girl,
you
and we
go. Absolutely. Make sure you support. So if you ain't got it, then and you still been listening to the show, then I'm disappointed. You got to get it. Get you a copy. Buy another copy. You know what I'm saying? Get you some CMOS. Give it to a friend. All you doing is helping people, man. A good read helps a person, and trying to get your body right. That's what we all about. Trying to get your body, your mind, and everything right. I'm glad to be here. Y'all know me as the Beast One, aka Rodney Glover. You can follow me on all social media, dad_mentality. We got an episode actually airing today. It's a repeat episode, but I decided to bring it back this week. We talking about overcoming obstacles. And when things get in your way, things you have to go on. It has my boy Jay Gunn on there, who started out homeless and had a bunch of issues in his childhood and overcame all those obstacles to be a successful father and a man today who has a great career and things like that. So it's a great story. If you want to hear about it, you can catch it on all my platforms, dad_mentality, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and give me a like too. So there we go. All right, I'm done with all that. Are we doing videos today? I don't even know.
Oh man, we're gonna do a few things today. Riri said she probably ain't gonna be able to tune in, but she for sure gonna be watching at the doctor's office, her and her doctor. So we're gonna have some good things to talk about, but we're gonna keep it low. We ain't gonna make it Freaky Friday, as somehow it always end up there. But I think we're gonna have a good one today because I want to know what the world is the Spanish fly. I was hoping Phil and them can pop up in here because I know Bill, Cosby situation, and there's been other couple of old videos. Every time I'm watching old clips and old, things that happened in the past, Spanish fly keep popping up. And I was like, what is Spanish fly? Like, where it come from? You ever heard about that beast before the Bill Cosby situation? Or that's how you found out about it as well?
Nah, I've heard of Spanish fly before that. I'm not very familiar with it though. I don't know that much about it to give you like a good answer to what exactly it is. But I've definitely heard of it before. I think I've heard of it in like movies and things like that. Like they referenced it in those type of movies and stuff. So it's but hey, I'm down to learn, all the time. So,
I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
from the sound of it, seemed like that was something the men was using the party with the women. But for some reason, when the women get ahead of this Spanish flower, they just basically get submissive. Like you can do whatever with them, or they just get in the mood to do it. And
So
some
was it
women
like
was willingly
ecstasy?
taking it.
Ecstasy?
I don't if that's what ecstasy does. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
sure, but it put them in the mood to basically just concede, like they want to have sex now. Now they want to do the things that they probably wasn't in the mood or didn't even really want to do. But it's saying consensual because it ain't like you gotta force yourself on this person. They actually throwing themselves at you now. So I was like, that's a dangerous drug. I don't know. They might switch the name. That's why I said, what is it? Like it could be what you just said, just another name.
Yeah. I know what was up? So there's an old reference that people go to. I don't know if y'all ever talked about on the show. Not an old reference, but Bill Cosby. Everybody already referenced Bill Cosby. But there was an episode on the Cosby Show where he talks about his barbecue sauce always puts everybody in the mood. And he make this barbecue sauce, and then all of a sudden, all the people around him was all horny and shit and ready to go off and this, that, and the other. There is a Cosby episode that is referenced. And people always say that that's him low key talking about, the pills that he was putting in people's drinks and shit like that back then that they, referenced him to now. So, that was always something we talked about. I've talked about that previously, I think on the show or either just talking about it casually to my friends or whatever the case may be. But I've watched that episode. It's hilarious.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Hey, y'all in the comments, y'all heard of Spanish Fly? Let us know what you think. What up, Ron and Don? I see you watching. Appreciate you for
Man.
tuning in. Please hit
What's up,
that like
Ronald?
and that share button. Anybody on YouTube, make sure y'all hit subscribe. With my boy DJ Slicky, I know he ain't sleep today. We got some
I
good
don't know.
ones.
Hey, Molly, before we get started, I do want to give a shout out to Brenda because me and Reese was on her show yesterday, man. She does a comedy game show. That joint is off the hook. We had so much fun. You know, it was a really good time. Me, Reese, and Lee ended up winning. Even though I'm not going to lie, they actually carried the team because I was getting every goddamn thing wrong. I didn't know what the hell they. First of all, I wasn't prepared for the questions because I didn't know what the questions were going to be about. And of course, they were in my weakness, which is government, because y'all know I don't give a fuck about government. I don't pay none of that shit. So all the questions were basically like government based and election and bullshit
They
like that.
cheated, dude. They was trying to cheat you.
Yeah, but Reese and Lee was all about all that shit.
Just get on Reese team. You gonna win. Reese low key a nerd. She knows stuff you shouldn't know.
So I sat in the back seat. I sat in the back seat and rode their coattails to a victory. So I got my $3 today. They got more than me, but I think Reese came in first in the so-called first. Lee came in second. I came in third. So it was fun though. We had a great time though. So shout out to Brenda. I'm definitely not going to mess with her today. I'm gonna give her kudos today because when I really didn't expect for it to be as fun as it was. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
And was ran better than I thought it was going to be too. Because I know she was producing it, so I was like, "Oh, she gonna fuck this stream, y'all, all up." Nah, she had that shit running. She had that joint running, dog. She had it running pretty seamlessly. It was
professional.
Yeah, it wasn't. I can't sit here and say that she like made any glaring mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like she knew exactly what the fuck she was doing. So I was like, hey, good for her, man. That was great because she was definitely doing shit I can't do on stream, y'all. So
you'll figure it out, man. Great show, Brenda. Keep it up. Hopefully I can make the next one. I was still at work. We was filming a movie with the kids. We went into overtime. So hopefully I catch the next one. Anyway, we can watch it though, Rodney. Or would y'all live?
I think she was on. I think it's on Tubi and YouTube. I think you can pull it up on there. Yeah, Brenda probably be here later, so we can ask her to get the statistics on it where exactly it is. But I'm pretty sure it was Tubi and YouTube. But we'll wait till she gets
link. We're gonna make sure we share that link with the people so they can check our girl Brenda out. Make sure y'all follow her page and check out the show. Definitely, if we gonna be over there. Hey, Beast Lee. Who else? Trey came over. Reese.
Yeah, Trey was there. David Man Green was there. Even though unfortunately they kind of pissed off at me because I got them booted first. I got them out. I got them up out of there. Your man David Man Green going to broadcast from the toilet. I was like, nah, I'm tired of looking at him.
Man, Dave always doing something.
He gotta go. And Trey, I don't know what was up with Trey, but he had something wrong with his mic that day. I don't know. I think he might need to replace his cord to his mic because it was crackling. So I don't know what that was about, but yeah, that's the bad thing about the show. But don't worry, next week I'm 100% sure I will be first to get kicked off because they was hot with me, boy.
Everybody coming for me.
Oh yeah, they gonna come for me next week. They was hot. When I say they was hot, they was hot. So I was getting people kicked off left and right. I was talking to everybody in the kicking people off. I was like, oh no, they gotta go. Nah, we gotta go. Even though I was getting all the answers wrong. I was still kicking everybody else off.
He still had the leverage to kick people off.
Yeah. Reese, I thought she was my friend though. She kind of turned on me at the end. So, I thought we were friends, but then she gonna call me today with her little sweet voice talking about you gonna come on the show and help Molly host and stuff like that now. But yesterday she was trying to cut my throat on the show, dog. She was trying to for real. She was pissed off. She was like, nigga, you get one more goddamn answer wrong.
Yeah, Reese's sweet and sour patch.
Yeah, she turned into a whole different Reese I never seen before. She was all flailing and shit, all getting all upset and flopping her arm. What the fuck going on here and shit like that? Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah, it get a competition. It get competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to win. Y'all just
Yeah.
tuning in. We've been talking about what is the Spanish Fly, and Beast mentioned something about Bill Cosby. Ashley was saying some things on some of the old shows. Just got to catch it. I'm just amazed at some of the things he said on live television back in the day. It's like everybody was open to this. Like he actually was on Larry King. I'm gonna play this clip and y'all give us y'all thoughts on after saying this. Like why are people just so open to the Spanish Fly back in the day?
Oh shit, Marlon.
And you can't hear it on your end. Let me
Fuck no.
reset. I hear you clear on my side. What the world? My bad, Bill. They said you ain't about to talk about this today.
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't about to do that.
I ain't hear nothing on my end. I don't know if everybody else heard it. All it was like just like meow, meow.
Nah, yeah, you should be able to hear it. It's playing smooth on the laptop. But sometimes it don't come through smooth.
Yeah, you gotta get that porn. You gotta take off all that porn. Then it'll run smoothly. You got too much stuff running in the background.
I don't play with this laptop. I don't watch movies or none of that on here. It's only for one thing only. I'm trying to figure out, and I know my man David Green gonna have something to say about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
You
pretty
know,
sure he can probably give us more intel on it.
oh, I think he had the doctors today though. I don't think he coming in.
Oh yeah. Oh
Maybe. I don't know.
shit. Let him take care of his body first, man. Everybody at the doctor today. That go Brenda right there. Just talked her up. Hey Brenda.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, Brenda.
Man.
You heard did you hear me talking about you this morning or you was still asleep?
I was still asleep. Sorry.
Yeah. See, I gave you kudos this morning, Brenda.
What did you say? Repeat.
Uh,
Rewind.
Yeah, I don't know. My body don't work that way. When I give people their flowers, that's it. I can't do it twice. Now I feel like I'm kissing up. You know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
know what? The cool part is this is a video, so I could go back and watch
There you
it.
go. Absolutely. There you go. But
Uh,
it was. I had a great time yesterday. You know, I gave you kudos. I talked about how Reese was ready to kill me by the end of the show, but you know, we made
oh
it
my
work
God,
it out.
you two are crazy. Molly, see, okay, wait. First, let me not be rude. Good morning to people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. Good morning. I don't want to be rude to folks, you know. Molly, you are the grease between Reese and just whoever is on the other end, you're the and, right? So so taking out the and going Reese and Rodney, or actually he was the beast, okay? So and he acted in that way, y'all tuning in. Y'all got to check out the episode. He came in and beasted his way into the top 3. Loud and loud and wrong, Molly. Loud and wrong. But
He just said that he was wrong getting everybody kicked out though. Voted off the island, huh? He ain't get nothing. I don't know how he managed to do that. That's a gift.
Hey.
isn't it? And that is what I thought, because at the end I was like, if that were me, I'd have voted him off in round 1. Like,
You would have had to go. What up, Phil? What's up with
What
you?
up? What up?
hey Phil.
What's up,
Hey,
Phil?
yeah, it's good with
But,
the
Hey,
but
what?
it was so cool how he did it. It was masterful. It was
I'm
like uh but yeah, I had a great time. I'm glad you have fun too, Beast.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
definitely catch the next one. We was talking about the Spanish Fly today. I was asking Beast, what was so, why everybody was so much on it back in the day, and where did it go? Why did people use it to party? And it seemed like the women get loose once they got it, but they talked about it freely back in the day. And it just seemed weird. I want to know, did they change the name of it today? Is it just disappeared? Is it illegal? Do you know anything about the Spanish Fly, Brenda?
Because of Bill Cosby. That's why the Spanish Fly no longer exists.
Okay.
The
Cosby broke the Spanish Fly.
Huh?
Bill Cosby broke the Spanish Fly. What do you mean it's called the Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Yes, because a Spanish Fly is a date rape enhancement or drug or whatever. And ever since Bill Cosby got, up in the drama of the, slipping the pill allegedly, nobody wants to be associated with Spanish Fly or Funky Cold Medina or none of that.
So before then, people was cool. Did you know about it before you heard about Bill? Because I never heard of it until Bill.
But people were it was funny. It was fun. Nobody really.
You had a good time with it.
Nah, this ain't no old show, David Green. We live like right now. We talking. Like
David Green do your Spanish because he says Spanish Fly. I think that's a show 1972.
Oh man. Well, I was gonna share a clip of Bill Cosby actually speaking on these things back in the day on live television, and they was open to it. Like nobody had a problem with it back in the day, and it's weird how they can bring up it now and it become a problem. That's just so weird to me. But I'm gonna play these clips and I'm gonna get y'all thoughts after saying it. Hopefully the video play, but it didn't play for us the last time.
I'm Bill Cosby, and you take care of yourself.
He does this routine, which now seems like it might have been a red flag.
You put some in her drink, man. You see 5 girls standing alone. Boy, if I had a whole jug of Spanish Fly, I'd light that corner up.
Not a whole jug.
Bill Cosby was still telling Spanish Fly jokes more than 20 years later. This is from 1991.
Spanish Fly. Spanish Fly was the thing that all boys from age 11 on up to death, we will still be searching for Spanish Fly. And what was the old story was, if you took a little drop, it was on the head of a pin.
Why does he know the dosage?
On the head of a pin.
Oh, the famous Larry King live clip. A lot of you have seen it. But did you know that he was there promoting his book, Childhood? And Childhood has an entire chapter about Spanish Fly? And Spanish Fly is mentioned in the book 15 times.
And you put it in a drink. Coca-Cola. Don't matter. It doesn't make it. And the girl was drinking it, and hello, America.
And he's on Larry King Live, talking about the Spanish Fly. You just got to put it just as a pin, just the head of a pin, and oh boy, God bless America. What?
I'm Bill Cosby.
As y'all see, he was on Larry King. He was on a few television shows. He's been telling jokes on live stand-up about it, and it wasn't a problem. It became a problem for a reason. We'll get up to that, but I want to know what y'all thoughts on this. How did he get away with this for so long until now? We can start with you, Brenda. Start with the lady first.
You know what? I was listening to Beast because he had an instant objective about this.
Okay, let's go to Beast then. Let's go to you, Beast.
But I didn't have no objective. I had no idea what just happened. I was
I distinctly heard your microphone go off as soon as the video, just before the video went off. So, anywho, my thought is exactly what I said. Until Bill Cosby got caught up in the legal thing, which Me Too movement led up to that legal thing. Okay, so once all the women rallied around the Me Too movement and then came, all the sexual harassment, or I'm sorry, SA harassment charges. And then all the people who didn't get what they thought they were going to get back when they thought it was funny. Now that they're older, they don't think it's so funny. And so now, right now, all of a sudden, everybody is what they call woke or conscious. And so now it's not so funny. It's like when you see a little girl on the YouTube videos and she's about 3 years old and she twerking, right? You think it's funny and it's cute. You're like, oh my God, everybody's twerking and she's only 3. But that same joke is not funny when she's 16 and twerking.
I get the analogy. I get what you're saying. Well, she get older, then it's funny, you know. So as time went on, what Bill was doing wasn't so funny, you know. Like how they came at Kevin Hart for saying if his son was gay, he'd throw a dollhouse at him. He got in trouble 15 years later after saying that joke, you know. So it is crazy how they can go back and try to punish people for saying things that they were saying at a whole different lifetime, a whole different mindset. But what's your thoughts on it, Phil? We can get the beast last.
Pretty much the same thing, you know. Once everybody, this social consciousness came into play, when they were running around out there being freaks and doing all this freaky shit and enjoying that shit and was young enough to do it, and everything worked right, you know, it was cool. But then they got older and shit and feeling like, you know, what they, you know, feeling like what they did back in the day was so reprehensible and shit. But truthfully, it was just the norm. It was business as usual. Everybody in the entertainment business was doing that. Harvey Weinstein, all of them. Is that what his name was?
Nah, Harvey Weinstein was doing something different. But go ahead. Harvey Weinstein was like, you want this role, you got to sit on this dick. That's what Harvey Weinstein was doing. He wasn't drugging nothing. It was like
who was the dude that had the island?
Epstein or whatever.
Epstein, yeah. Hopperstein. One of them Jewish dudes.
Yeah. And Dave, I see you in the comments. I don't know, Reese probably sent you the link. He said they wanted his oil on his property, and that's a lot of things people didn't know. That's how it started off. They wanted his property or whatnot, and he refused to sell it because it was oil under the ground. And since he didn't sell, they started coming up with these allegations. It's crazy that a white woman came out damn near 40 years later and accused him of this. Like, white women don't normally wait that long. You know, the accused rape definitely on a black man. We know that from Emmett Till and so many other stories. But what's your thoughts, Beast? You want to chime in on that?
Well, first, I agree with Phil. I think everybody was doing it, and it wasn't a problem until they wanted something from him. It's just like you know, it's just like Random Now Diddy. You know, everybody know he was raping niggas back then and raping them on their contracts for years. You know what I'm saying? But
allegedly,
it's good into nah, it ain't allegedly. Nah, it ain't allegedly. But anyway. You know, Bill Cosby, you got, and I also look at it this way. Back in that day, man, Bill Cosby was the king, dog. He was fucking bitches whether he had the Spanish fly or not. That was just something to make it easy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they come back now and want something from him. But I mean, damn. Back then, you think Bill Cosby had a problem getting hoes? Hell nah. He had no problem. He was living the life, man. He was living the life getting hoes, and nobody had a problem. Nobody had a problem.
No, not until they all realized that it was something wrong. And they only realized that it was wrong when somebody said it was wrong. It's like Eve biting the apple. We were walking around here naked and unafraid until Eve bit the apple, right? Like that's how the old adage goes, right? So everybody was around there running naked until the apple was bit. Huh?
But I'm talking about party over here.
Once everybody realized, like I heard the song Funky Cold Medina just the other day. And I was like, they're still playing that song? That's a date rape drug song.
If you don't know, you don't know, I guess. You know, but what's crazy is Larry King finished the sentence. You know, he said on a drop of a And he waited, and Larry King said, "Pen." He said, "Yeah." You know, so he was doing it as well. You know, I don't see too many other people getting arrested, but I'm gonna share a clip with y'all. I don't know if y'all seen this or y'all know Dr. Umar. He made some good points on, you know, Cosby's situation as well. And I don't know if it's new for some of y'all hearing about his war that was on his property, but it's information you can look up.
Sexually abused them. They going to the cops that same night. You don't wait 40 years because he didn't take advantage of them. But because him and Camille Cosby didn't want to let the white oil company drill under their house in Massachusetts, they decided to bankrupt him through the courts with the sexual allegations to eventually force him to sell the house so the oil company could get the oil. Bill Cosby went to jail for oil. R. Kelly in jail because he didn't want to give a certain music company his masters. Whitney Houston is dead because she was going to order an audit on her earnings. She wanted her publishing back and she wanted her masters back. Michael Jackson is dead because he didn't want to give the Beatles catalog back. Prince is dead because he didn't want to give his unpublished music to a certain music company. None of this is happening for the reason they tell you. This is about power and control of resources. The greatest trick the devil.
The
greatest trick the devil ever pulled was what? Convince the world he don't exist. Greatest trick white supremacy ever pulled was convince black people it no longer exists.
Only a fool believe that, man.
Only a fool believe that.
Man.
What white woman you know waits 40 and 50 years to tell on a black man who sexually abused them? They going to the cops that same night. You don't wait 40 years.
I don't know too many white women that wait that long. I know he added on a few more people that they actually do this to. R. Kelly, you know, he getting slandered. You know, Michael Jackson was accused of touching on kids. It seemed like they find all types of ways to punish our black people. Even Diddy in this situation right now, but a lot of people don't know why Diddy in this situation. They probably don't remember because he did something almost 4 years ago. He said something on live TV when everybody was watching. He had black people rowdy up for it. But what y'all thoughts I do Dr. Umar said before I move on to the Diddy situation where he getting punished for?
Okay, so another exclusive for your show here. As a survivor of sexual molestation at a young age, my thought is this. First of all, waiting 40 years, like if it's still bothering you 40 years later, you should have been saw somebody like a long time ago. Like 40 years to be stuck on one thing is a long time. And that's speaking of somebody who's been through it, right? Like I had to forget about that stuff. That's not going to do me any good, keeping it with me and thinking about it every day. And that's only going to harm me. So those that it has happened to, I just don't know if I'm still sympathetic with you 40 years later. Ashamed, you know, I don't know who you had around you, but that should have been taken care of a long time ago. Nobody should be held slave to that thought, right? You don't let people take up free rent in your head. So coming forward, you know, him linking them all together, that's like mind blowing, because if you think about it, you're like, dang, right at the height of when they were doing whatever they're doing, music, poetry, dancing, whatever it is that they're trying to get. I feel like it's too late, right, to go back all those years. But if you're caught in the present doing that, any of that, if there's smoke, there's fire. Smoke doesn't just come out of nowhere.
I agree. What's your thoughts on that, Phil? We'll bring us down.
I mean, you know, that sexual assault, that's a real sticky issue. And I mean, people handle shit in different ways. I mean, I got a friend that's been dealing with that shit all her life, but you know, she deals with it in silence. So it's like, and I've actually watched her go through this shit. So it's a difficult thing, you know, and talk about it in public. So, and this is something that goes back 40 years. So it's like, and it's still there, you know. So I guess people handle shit different ways. So, that's too. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I can't talk about the mental part of it. I don't know how it affects anybody. So I'm just saying, some shit we just need to stay in our lanes about. I ain't down to nobody, ain't up to nobody on it, but that's a really sensitive subject, so I'm not fucking with that one. But what I'm saying is, and like you say, where smoke is fire. I'm not a real, I know there's some shit out there, but everything in the world is not a damn conspiracy. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. There is a lot of shit that's going on. Like, motherfuckers, everything that happened, some shit you did, okay? You just did it, okay? So it ain't because the sky is blue, this, that, and the other. You did the shit. So I'm just saying, everything is not a conspiracy. We like to turn everything into it, but some shit you did.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're right.
so we're gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
What up, Funny Man Green? Appreciate you for tuning in. I seen your comments that you made about the order. So you knew about the order in the house. Give us your input on what you think so far we've been talking about.
I mean, my opinion. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Phil, but I study, like different, religions, different, different things, whatever, like that, Illuminati, different things like that, whatever. And a lot of things, either you are made to do, or you do, and you're just caught or whatever, and it's held as blackmail. Like if they say, I want you to do this, and you're like, no. Like I hear the jump with Diddy, whatever. No, they wanted Diddy to sign some contract that he's refusing to sign or whatever like that. No, so as blackmail, they're bringing out the tapes and bringing out this, and different things like that. So I understand what you're saying. About a lot of conspiracies. Not true and different things like that. No, but there are some that are.
I thought that's what Phil said. I thought Phil said some of the things you did.
Right.
Yeah, it's all good. Nah, I'm with it, but I believe he did that. Well, I don't believe he was out here just raping youngins. I believe they was willing and there. You know what I'm saying? Now he might have been giving them pills or whatever the case may be, but I still believe they knew what was going on. Like, it's just like, you go to a party, you start looking around and you start seeing shit going on. You got a choice to make. You can stay there or you can leave. You know what I'm saying? And if you stay there and you know shit going on, like if I go to David Green house, I know goddamn well there's gonna be some ass eating. We ain't nobody should be confused at this point in time that if you go to a Funny Man Green's party, there will be asses ate. So when you get there and somebody eating ass, I don't understand why you're gonna sit there and be like, clutch your pearls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what's going on in your environment. You can't clutch your pearls and be like, oh my God, I went over to Funny Man Green's house and guess what they was doing? I'm gonna be like, they was eating ass. You be like, yeah, you know about it? Yeah, of course you know about it. What the fuck? You been on the show for 2 weeks talking about it. So of course, yeah, they eating ass there. You know what I'm saying? If I go to Molly's house and there ain't no sea moss, it's a fucking problem. You're gonna say something. You're gonna be like, hey Molly, where the fuck the sea moss? You be like, oh, I don't got no sea moss. You gonna look at him like you crazy. You're like, what the fuck you talking about? There ain't no sea moss. What the hell you mean ain't no sea moss?
So they should expect the Spanish Fly to be there because he talked about it. He made jokes about it. So it's like, this what he do. Y'all know this what he do.
Well, I don't think they should expect it to be there. I just think they should know that there's a possibility that it could be there. people will show you who they are. It's up to you to listen. So when you see them doing what they said that they do, I don't know why everybody is like, oh my God, for real? That's what Beast is saying.
That niggas ain't never been to a bar.
And plus around the 70s and everything, you know what I mean? It was known, you know what I mean? Like I forgot the club. Was it Club 54 and
Studio 54.
All that stuff was known, you know what I mean?
There's a song about Spanish Fly, David Green. There's a whole, of course, everybody knew about it. And like, again, whether it's Spanish Fly or Funky Cold Medina or the Blue Pill or mushrooms or whatever they're using these days, if you know that person to use it, why you're shocked that they're using it is beyond me. That's
It's
what
not the person to use it, it's the environment that it's being used in. If you know you're in that environment, you know, you see chicks walking upstairs and shit, half dressed and coming downstairs all, you know, done up. You know, there's something going on. So
Now, the women willingly take it. That's okay. You know, they dropping it in their drinks, and that's that's hard. You know, because some women probably wasn't willing to take it. You know, but once it's in them, it just looked like they having a good time. So I don't know what they was doing back then with it, but a lot of them women knew what goes down in them parties, and like women today, they want to be around celebrities. They want to be around the stars and the actors and
Hey,
stuff.
Molly, also, if you study the video, it looks like Larry King is look like Larry King been doing the Spanish Fly jump.
Yeah, I said that. He finished the sentence. He said a drop of a, and then Larry King said a pen. That's all it took. Like that's all it took to get these women. And we all know women out here drink, so it'd be sad to say, oh well, they had liquor at the party, and then 20 years later they say liquor caused the women to get loose, and that's why they got the song "Blame It on the Alcohol." But shit, they blamed on the Spanish Fly back then. That shit was dangerous. I'm like, they're still out here. They got to be careful because I just can't believe it. But hearing the stories, I'm like, it must be
they
true.
got shit out here now. I don't know the name of it, but the date rape drugs and shit.
Man.
Again, the song Funky Cold Medina just played on the radio, and they took off the song. It's an old Christmas classic called "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They took that off the radio, but they left on the radio Funky Cold Medina. And when I put some in her cup, she did the wild thing on my leg. All of that.
Oh,
you
man.
got a problem with that song, don't you, Brenda?
Brenda got a problem.
That song, don't you, Brenda?
That song brings trauma to Brenda. She got something happened.
Actually, I'm mad because I like the song "Baby It's Cold Outside." It's one of my all-time favorite Christmas songs.
No, we talking about Funky Cold Medina.
What I'm saying is, I'm mad that they took my song off and left that song on, and said that the reason that they took my song off is because it reflected kidnapping and restraining and bad stuff.
Yeah, they don't play too much. I mean, Ross said put Molly all in her drink. She ain't even know it. And he lost $100 million contract ASAP. Reebok dropped him. He was losing all type of endorsement deals. So it's crazy. Ross said that, Rick Ross.
Oh, Rick Ross. Oh.
Yeah, one of the songs. Said back in the day, everybody had Spanish Fly, woman and man. Back then was happy days. They was happy smoking weed, mushrooms, and fuck. See, that's another OG. Appreciate you for giving that comment on this Paul Carter. And Kenneth said, agree, Philip, trauma is not a one size fit for all. But they saying it was the thing, you know, and I don't know how old is you, Carl. You about in the 60s, but I've been hearing that from a lot of older people. They was like, yeah, we all did Spanish Fly, like the women too, like that was their thing, you know. So I was like, it's hard, but we're gonna move on to the Diddy clip. If some of y'all didn't see this is back in 2020. This why I believe he been punished, and a few other people that been posting on the internet, you know, because he did make threats at these people, and we all know Michael tried it, Prince tried it, everybody tried to own their own music and publish it, and for some reason those things don't fly. I'm gonna play this clip, and I want y'all to give us y'all opinions on it.
Truth be told, hip hop has never been respected by the Grammys. Black music has never been respected by the Grammys to the point that it should be. So right now, this current situation, it's not a revelation. This thing been going on. And it's not just going on in music, it's going on in film, it's going on in sports, it's going on around the world. And for years, we've allowed institutions that have never had our best interests at heart to judge us. And that stops right now. I'm officially starting the clock. Y'all got 365 days to get this together. We need the artists to take back the control. We need transparency. We need diversity. This is the room that has the power to make the change that needs to be made. They have to make the changes for us. They're a nonprofit organization that is supposed to protect the welfare of the musical community. That's what it says on the mission statement. That's the truth. They work for us. We have the power. We decide this is our only hope. Truth be told, hip hop has never been respected by the Grammys. Black music has.
Some people think that's one of the reasons why he's been punished, and there's a couple of other reasons why. When they speak out against these elites, we done seen Kanye did it, Kyrie done said something. They weren't even against them. But when you say certain things that they don't want you to say on live television to a broad audience, definitely when you got a big fan base, it seems like they punish you. And they punish you later on. They don't never get you right then and there. They wait for time, go on a little bit, and they find a way to punish you. And that's why I think that they allow these people to do these things. I'm not saying Diddy innocent. I think all of them guilty, even what Bill was doing. But I think that they allow him to do it, and they kept him out of trouble until they needed him to do something. He refused. So when Bill refused to give up the house for the oil, oh, you forgot. You was out here putting drinks and stuff in these women. Yeah, we can find one of them and just make up a story. Because it's true. Diddy, you forgot you was beating on women. We got videotapes of you beating Cass. Oh, you don't want to do it? Okay, we're going to just put it out to the public. So I think that's what they doing. But what's your thoughts on this, Beast, after seeing this clip of Diddy speaking on 2020, how we should take back what we own?
Well, I think Diddy was the wrong person to be up there trying to take back anything, because that motherfucker stole from a lot of people. I mean, that you know, it always happens. It happens that way. People get in the game, they make commitments, they do things they ain't supposed to be doing, and this, that, and the other, and then eventually they get a conscience of some sort. Not saying he had a conscience, but I mean, you know, they get some kind of conscience, and then all of a sudden now they want to act like they're holier than thou. It's almost like, you know, you get that, no offense to anybody who is a new Christian, but you get the new Christian and now they act like they didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's that same idea. Now he got this idea that he gonna be the person to start this new movement. When you got all these skeletons in your closet, you got to clean that closet out before you start trying to change things or make a new movement. You can't just go out there and decide to fight against the people who have been supporting you. You know what I'm saying? The people who have not supporting you, what's the word I'm looking for? Enabling you. You can't then fight against the people that have been enabling you and then say, oh, you're the bad guy. I'm gonna change shit, and you got all these skeletons. I mean, it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to clean your closet out first, and then maybe you can do something. But you definitely can't go in there acting like you holier than thou when you was the same. When you was the same, you was the nigga that brought it. It's just like, you know what it is. It's just like you always you hear on the movie where there's this girl bringing the pedophile the women. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing them to him, and then all of a sudden she's bringing it to him because she don't want to get raped, so she's bringing women to that person, and then all of a sudden she get a conscience. Now she want to start saving these hoes. Well, no, you was the person that brought them too, so how they going to trust you? You know what I'm saying? You was the person that was bringing them to this music game and taking advantage of them. And now you want to change and be like, oh, you can trust me. But the whole time you was the person that was bringing them to you. You know, if you get what I'm saying. I'm good.
I get exactly what you're saying. And Carl Carter said he talking that shit so nobody won't realize what the shit he been doing. And he dealing with them underage boys. What's your thoughts on that, Phil, out the hand? That clip.
Nah, that shit is real, man. Don't become a spokesman, man, when your shit is all fucked up. I mean, you know, they want to say listen to the message and not the messenger, but sometimes you gotta look at the messenger.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta look where it's coming from. What you saying may need to be said, but you might not be the one to say it.
Yeah.
You know, if I know who you are and shit, and you talking, you ever been to a funeral and shit, and the motherfucker, they trying to pray a nigga into heaven, but you know this nigga. Man, it's like, are we talking about the same person? I mean, I'm sorry to do this, but I knew this dude. That ain't, you know, let's be real about this.
Right.
Yeah, you get a lot about that, like he was a saint. And that was a good comment, called Funny Man. We're gonna leave Brenda for last. Funny Man, what's your thoughts on that? You agree with them? Did he just out here playing devil advocate?
I think the house nigger just got broken.
There you go. That's it. You don't want to elaborate?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the same video, whatever, that Killer Mike and everything was on, and they was all talking about, you know what I mean, us being black, we need to help each other, and we got the money, we got this, let's put our monies together, and this is this. And I remember seeing Diddy stood up and was clapping all hard and everything, you know, and I told my friends and everything, I said, watch, they're going to go after him, and you can see everything happening now.
And that's crazy. Brenda, it comes to you. What's your thoughts on what Diddy just said on that clip? He just playing the people. He got them people fooled. He play a part just as well as those Jews.
You know what? I am in agreement with like all of y'all. That's how messed up P. Diddy is, right? So I'm with Phil, and the message was great. Like, I was like, yeah, good. And then I looked at who was saying it, and I was like, because I knew back when Tiffany Haddish, okay, so I don't know if all of y'all remember, but back when Tiffany Haddish went to Jay-Z and Beyonce's after party, I forgot what it was after, but it was like award ceremony, and then Jay-Z and Beyonce invited her to the after party. Well, she went, and then I think a few days later she was doing interviews, and she must have been talking about what was happening at these parties. And
country.
Right, and Jay-Z and Beyonce was like, if you don't shut your ass up, we gonna sue you for everything you got. Shut up. So I knew since then that something was not so awesome in those worlds over there. Like something else was happening, because nobody would be that quick to shut you down from talking if there wasn't something to be talked about. Y'all get me?
Right.
So yeah. I think Diddy, great message, but I would have preferred it came from, you know, Barack Obama. I haven't heard any scandalous stuff about him. So, like, let's go with that.
About that. I was just thinking about him.
It'd be like Bill Cosby trying to push a freshwater drink or something. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Cosby come out with this come try this Cosby juice. It's the best you ever had. It's clean, it's healthy, it's the greatest thing on earth. It's made of all natural, you see Cosby saying that shit. Exactly what Puffy was up there doing, talking about, we need to have our own rights. Nigga, you stole people's rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got contracts. You ain't paid Biggie's mother shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I love it. I love it when they come out and start blurting out stuff. You know, it's like somebody being part of a gang and they get caught and they start snitching. This who had the gun, this who be driving. And I understand why they trying to kill you. You better get them locked up. I understand why they trying to punish Diddy. Like, you trying to mess up their money. I understand why when they come out and start speaking against the elites and saying the things that they doing, why they come after them, because you was part of their team. You was doing the things with them. You was doing everything. They was allowing you to have these parties and do these things. And now that things ain't going your way, you saying you gonna snitch on us? No, we about to get you off the map.
I still think that we're pointing the finger at everybody but Diddy for his situation. They can let you do anything in the world, but you're only going to do what you are going to do. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not in you to do, you're not going to be hanging out with underage girls allegedly until he, goes to court and whatnot. You're not going to be, doing all these things that they say that you're doing, and you're not going to be even in that hemisphere of things. Because you're not that person. If you're that person, you're going to do exactly what they're trying to blackmail you for doing. Right. Like, there's some things you just did, like Phil said. And now, right, you didn't think your friends was going to tell on you, but now they're going to tell on you. Is their fault. No, it's your fault, because you should not be doing that stuff in the first place.
I'm like, you join the gang. Like, it's some kids that join gangs, and then as they go, get a little older, they don't want to be part of the gang no more. But ain't no getting out. Some gangs is like, niggas only one way out. You know the one way out. You die. So they done made a mistake, and I think the same thing with Diddy and a lot of these young artists. They get them when they're young, and they sign these crazy deals, and they commit to something, and then they want out. But over that side, it's only one way out: death or jail. And I think they be making that mistake early on. I just think Diddy got caught up early on, as any of them. When they get older, they get wiser, and they started wanting to change. But he had a good time. He had a good run. And it's over. You got to pay for all the things that you did. It's time to pay up.
Hey, Marley. Diddy is not a victim. Let's get that straight.
Oh, no,
Diddy is not a victim. Not at all.
So who taught him these things? You think he learned this in New York? You think
Diddy
he learned this
is
in
not
New
a
York?
victim. Hey, man, look.
You don't think he been
touched? Let me say something funny, man. Hey, look. There's a difference between a victim and a victimizer, a person, or better yet, to me, Diddy is a narcissist. Yeah, he don't give a fuck about none of this shit he's saying. The only thing he want to do is do more, get more power. That's it. Right. That's all it is too, and that's it. Diddy is not. Don't believe shit that come out of Diddy's face, because there's nothing he's saying to you that's true. That motherfucker is lying. He is a professional liar. He's going to lie to you. He's going to lie to you in your face about something that you know the truth about.
There is something that he was true about, and that was the speech that was in the video. All of that stuff is true. We should take back our masters. We should take back the power. If you're one of the people that provide the entertainment, yes, you should take back all of that. Right. And that is true. But all the other, it's just like, he shouldn't have been the messenger. Bottom line. Like, that's one piece of information that he should not have had the chance to speak on.
All I know.
And he may even come up with the speech, but he should have had somebody else to give it.
He ain't gonna come up with the speech. He ain't believe shit he said. He ain't believe a fucking thing he said. He know that they ain't giving that shit up. He know that he ain't, he know. He ain't giving
it up, because that's how he know, because he ain't giving it up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He is lying to. It's like when you get that CEO that's about to sell the company, and they come up there and tell you this great speech about how healthy the company is and all this other kind of stuff, and oh, we're in the greatest point of our existence as a company and blah, 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 and we're great and this, that, hoorah, hoorah. And as soon as that nigga get on stage, he's signing the paper to sell the fucking company because it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what he doing. He telling niggas what they wanted to hear at the time so that he can keep on raping them. That's all he was doing. All he did was extend, because they was actually about to fight. Now he made it seem like, oh, I'm on your team too. So I can rape you for 2 more years because now you think I'm on your team, but I'm going to keep on raping you. That's all I'm going to keep on doing. It's a classic narcissistic move. It's
So
just
now
like
y'all don't think he ever been molested or raped or anything?
He may
The things
have,
that he
but
doing to people, y'all don't think that has been done to him
it's
before?
possible. That shit is generational. It's possible, but it don't make it right.
Just
No,
don't
don't make
be
it right, but that still make him a victim.
No,
That would
just
still
don't
make
be
him a victim.
surprised. Don't be surprised when you get in trouble. You can do the wrong thing. Okay. Everybody, like one of the audience members said, one fix doesn't fix all. So you can still be doing the wrong thing, but when you get caught for doing it, don't be surprised. Don't act like, oh my God, I didn't do that. And just go ahead and own up to it and tell them why. If you want to use the childhood story, then use it. But just don't be surprised. Like, people are like, the people who are caught up, they're mad because people now know what they were doing. Why are you mad? If you did it, expect somebody to know. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or beyond, if you did it, expect somebody to know.
Yeah.
I've done these online podcasts for over 7 years now. I know one day somebody gonna be nosy enough to look and go all the way back to my first video. Somebody's going to do it. So if I did it, I shouldn't be shocked if they bring it up. I shouldn't be shocked if they be like, look, was this you back in 2017? Like, what I'm gonna say? No.
I got $20 in 2017. She was twerking the Funky Cold Medina on her video. I'm ready. Let's find that. Find that, Marley. It's there.
Freak Nick.
Your secret is out, Brenda.
Yeah, we're gonna find that.
Oh my gosh. Well, the cool thing about it was that after I had my son, I never posted anything that would embarrass him. So you would have to do a lot of digging to find my most embarrassing photo.
Don't worry, 1992. I already know what it looked. Freaknik, Brenda on the Brenda on the Funny Man Green recording it. I already know it's out there.
I don't even think Funny Man. Oh well, I don't think he was old enough to go back then. I think I'm older than him by a couple of years. So if I was that Freaknik, I don't think he was old enough to go.
What's up with Old Dirty Bass? Y'all listen to him at any time? Because I've watched a lot of old clips of him, and he seemed like he was very knowledgeable. Like, he was ahead of his time. He was speaking on stuff that people speaking on today that the industry was doing to people. But he was saying that shit back then. And I was wondering, y'all used to hear his clips because they wasn't on YouTube or nothing like that. What was that, Phil?
I said, this is not new. This industry's been corrupt, man. It goes back to James Brown and all of them. This industry's been screwing people from the very beginning.
Farther than that, all the way back to the beginning of the entertainment history. Like, and that's when they're bringing all these charges up from.
I'm still trying to figure out how Old Dirty Bastard got away with me and Mariah go together like babies and pacifiers, and nobody realized he talking about Mariah sucking his dick. I don't understand. I've been trying to figure that out for years. Like, everybody says the line, knows the line, but nobody realizes that he's talking about Mariah Carey sucking his dick.
Who? Oh, Mariah Carey?
Yeah, me and Mariah.
What was Mariah
go
Carey
together like
babies
and pacifiers? No, she was, but nah, she was married to a record executive at one point in time when she was underage. Yeah,
what's wrong with the line then? What's wrong with the line? I'm lost.
Nothing's wrong, but he's just saying it blatantly and nobody's paying attention to it. They act like he ain't just say that she was sucking his dick. That's what I'm
They
saying.
might got it. They understood.
I'm just saying, you know.
Well, I mean, maybe some people like myself didn't equate that to that. Maybe that's
There's
not
only
what
one
he was
way
talking
to
about.
equate it.
Maybe that's not what he was talking about. Like, did he ever come outright and say that's what he was talking about?
Nah, I said think what you want to think. Beast thought what he thought. What your thoughts?
Right,
That's what he mean by
right.
that line. That's her best friend. They together like peanut butter and jelly. I don't know what he mean by that. I'm going with Beast though. I think that was a
I know
best
exactly what he
line.
means. I know exactly what he meant. You can believe anything other if you want to.
Yes, I'm with Molly. It's like saying it's a better way of saying peanut butter and jelly.
Nah.
Like we go together. No. Okay.
Nah.
That's real different.
Peanut butter.
I'm just saying, I don't think he meant that. Like people out there tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, break the tie. Do you think that they were talking about sucking dick, or do you think they were just talking about, like we go way back, like to baby stages?
Hey, Beast, the only reason why I don't agree with that because the Old Dirty Bastard had a lot of songs about him having STDs and stuff.
Shit.
What that got to do with anything? You think Mariah didn't have STD? She was a hoe. What do you mean?
That she was a hoe.
Yeah, she was a hoe.
Man.
What do you think?
You learn something every day. Mariah was a hoe.
I didn't know Mariah was a hoe.
She married a record producer, but she was like, what, fucking baby 18, this, that, and the other. You think she wasn't hoeing? Hell yeah, she was hoeing. Hell yeah. What do you think they was doing?
Do you think it was love?
Yeah.
It could have been love.
Could have been
Hold on,
love.
so
Ass. All right.
what
Y'all
biggest
good.
girl a hoe? How many men she gotta be fucking to be a hoe? 2 or more?
It
At a
wasn't.
time.
I don't think he talking about the
At a
fucking.
time.
I think he talking about the behavior of being 18 and marrying somebody old enough to be your granddad.
Oh no, that's just mental. That's what.
Well, he wasn't even old enough to be a granddad, but he was old enough. He was old enough to know that he wanted to get what he got. I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm gonna let it go. I do got some inside. I've heard some things, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm talking about back in the '90s, back when this whole thing was going on. I've been in some places where they specifically said she was not even fucking people downgraded, but Eminem even said that shit. You know what I'm saying? He even brought that shit up. That she was
oh yeah, he did. Eminem.
So, just like y'all say, when people talk about it, but people act like they ain't say it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah,
it was said. You can find proof. It's out there.
That's because when confronted with saying it, they go, I didn't exactly say that. I mean, whatever your mind said, So actually, you said it, not them.
All right.
That's funny, man.
Hey, Beast, are you talking about back when it was a Make It Happen and Visions of Love and all, or are you talking about later on, Butterfly and all that?
I don't remember exactly which album it was, but it was right after she broke up with the record producer. She was out there with every dude, every artist, what you call it. She did a joint with Old Dirty Bastard. She did a joint with a couple other people. Yeah. And they was like, yeah, she out there right now. You know what I'm saying? She just got that divorce and she was out there.
Because you heard Michael. You heard Michael Jackson's interview. I'm not interview, but his speech, wherever now he was talking about how Mariah Carey used to cry to him and said Tony Mottola, whatever and all, was the devil and that is this, and he was really messing her mind up, whatever like that and all. So when when that divorce and everything and all happened, all she probably did wild out or whatever like that. No, that was that she was.
What up, JoJo baby? Welcome to the show, man.
We can stick on, but I'm just saying, look, man, when people like just Brenda said, when people show you who they are, you gotta believe them. Don't sit here and act like Diddy ain't Diddy. That nigga's Diddy. He ain't no goddamn he ain't no victim. These niggas ain't victims. They know exactly what the fuck they doing. Don't let them twist you. Be like, oh, because of this childhood, I changed. Guess what? Unfortunately, a lot of people have difficult childhoods. Don't mean you got to be the Jeffrey Dahmer of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, get some therapy, nigga. You ain't gotta eat every nigga you see.
Jeffrey Dahmer, bad childhood.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just because you have a bad childhood don't mean you can't get therapy. Like, get therapy, work that shit out. You ain't gotta be out here. You ain't gotta be out here doing all this crazy ass shit and then acting like, oh, I was a victim.
That's
You
right.
You think when Diddy was fucking Meek Mills, he was like, oh, my childhood's so messed up, I gotta fuck Meek Mills. Nah, nigga, you wanted to do that shit, so he did it.
Why y'all doing that to me, man? That was AI, man. It's like, I don't know. Carl Carter said, Pause is using your physical body and beauty to achieve your goal. That's right. They just got caught with their hands in the cookie jar. And I'm cool with that. I just don't know why Charlie Sheen, when these white dudes do the same thing, how they get TV shows after. They still get $100 million TV shows and stuff like that. They still get paid, so it still show racism. I don't mind you punishing Diddy and all of them, but punish these crackers too. He was going around giving women AIDS on purpose. Like he telling them like, well, I'm sleeping in without a condom, knowing that he got AIDS and he ain't in no trouble. It's like he just on a whole nother TV show. But when it come to our people, they can come back from 40 years and put up allegations. They don't even be truth, most of them. Like what Diddy did was wrong too. But I'm be like, why these white people don't get punished?
Hey,
for things that they do, yeah.
And not only that, but he raped them Corey boys, Corey Haynes.
Yeah, Corey Haynes,
Corey Feldman.
Yeah,
and when the one Corey was about to do a tell-all book and.
Oh, they ain't like what Funny Man was about to say.
Funny Man was about to say something crazy.
They don't like that shit. They was like, oh.
They got him out
real quick. Yeah,
what up, JoJo, man? We've been talking about the Spanish Fly, talking about Bill Cosby, why, they eventually lost him.
Come on, JoJo. We know you got some Spanish Fly
Diddy,
stories.
All that. You know anything about the Spanish Fly or anything you heard?
I heard about it. I'm light skinned, bro. I ain't never had a problem. You know what I mean? I ain't need no Spanish flies, that's for sure. Nah, I ain't never had a problem with females. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
You said it's the dark skinned nigga thing. That's a dark skinned nigga
that's
thing.
y'all problem. Yeah, that's light skinned niggas. We afraid. We don't got that problem. Yeah, we don't got that problem.
How many light skinned singers was back then?
You know what I'm saying? Brenda Brown didn't need no Spanish Fly with us. We was good.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the Spanish Fly. And it was out, but it wasn't none of my homeboys, nothing like that. I guess that was the old man drug at the time for their date nights. You know what I'm saying? The youngins don't need nothing like that. The young girls out, they was all with it. You know what I mean? Shoot.
Yeah, they was ready to go. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plus we wasn't thinking like that. Who thinking like that? Who want to do it to somebody that's unconscious? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so the
I guess I have had a. I ain't gonna front. I guess we've been twisted a few times. We've been drunk a few times, and I ain't gonna say, you know what I mean? But that's a whole nother game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. I wonder, like Brenda, Reese, a lot of the women be on the panel, like, if y'all sure y'all wasn't Spanish Fly before, like, it's women out here that get a drink, they always be like, hey, can you buy me a drink? And men always offer to buy a drink. It became a thing. Like, he don't buy you a drink, girl, don't deal with him. And girls sit at the bar all day and they wait for men to offer them a drink, and they tend to do it. So it's like, they open for this. I wonder how many girls been hit with the Spanish Fly, because they don't knock them out. It just turn them up. It make them horny.
Okay, so let me answer.
Okay. It don't knock them out. I thought it knocked them out.
On the panel, let me answer that question. First of all, I don't know where these men are at that you're talking about are buying drinks. I think in my whole going out history, I think 2 men have bought me a drink, and no, they did not put a Spanish Fly in it or anything else. But I'm not the one to really pass judgment because I was just never that girl that they bought drinks for. I don't know. So
I seen
I
the
don't know.
picture. I seen the picture when you
He
was
seen the
young.
picture, yeah.
I seen the picture. So
I
stop
buy.
front.
I would have bought you a pair of drinks.
Somebody was
Well,
buying drinks.
okay,
Probably
well,
Casey.
then y'all should have been over here where I was growing up at, because over here in Vegas, I'm even in the picture, I'm like a 7. Like these women over here are ridiculous.
Brenda, I've been to Vegas. It ain't really like that. They ain't that ridiculous. I just
Yeah.
came from New York.
A
New
lot
York
of
was
tourists.
ridiculous.
Yeah, New York. I mean, anywhere I go, they buy women drinks. You know, I think you need to travel more, get into
Yeah,
better
I was a
establishment.
bar manager for TGI Fridays. Shit, they buy drinks all the time. That shit was all the time.
Yeah,
Hell
Spanish
yeah, buy
fly.
drinks and them bitches went home with them too. They was
Damn.
good. They was ready to fuck.
We
Shit.
got a comment. Call said Spanish Fly man was all in junior high school back in the day. They was in school with this. You wasn't unconscious. There's no more than people using
How
marijuana.
old is that
Both
nigga?
back in the day, dope as dopamine for women and men to be on a high sexy energy. So it just make them horny mostly, he said. And then they was doing this in junior high.
Yeah,
Man, how old is
I
you,
was gonna
Carl,
say
man?
that. That's when I first heard about it. Was when I was in middle school or whatever.
You a freak, funny man Green. That doesn't surprise nobody.
That
Wait a minute.
explains everything.
Look up when Spanish Fly. There was a song called Spanish Fly. When did that come out? That because that might have been in high school days for most of us. But that's when I heard about it, when the song came out. And I was like,
I'm looking it up, Molly.
I'm really good at English, and I know that something that alters your personality is not good for you. So if they was doing it back then,
I don't know. It might be environmental because we had Love Boat. We didn't have Spanish Fly when I was coming up.
Oh
So,
hell nah, boat was something different. That wasn't
And he mentioned Love Boat. He said
I
that
came
boat.
into the boat era.
All right, so it came out in 1987.
okay, yeah, that was totally high school for me.
I was totally 1 year away from being born. You know, I was almost here.
You was almost here, Molly.
88 was around the corner.
You probably are a product of Spanish Fly.
I said, thank you, sir. Love Boat. You smoke that, you going to fuck for hours and a day.
What is that?
Love
I
Boat.
thought boat was
That water.
Boat was water, yeah. I thought it was it's a boat was a cigarette dipped in embalming fluid.
Yeah,
That's boat, right?
No, not exactly close enough, but not
No.
exactly.
Boat,
what is it?
Boat was weed dipped in
Boat was
palm
weed
fluid.
dripped in, yeah.
Oh yeah, because the cigarette was a sherm stick.
Sherm
Okay,
stick,
that's
sherm
right.
stick.
Yeah. All right.
Sticks was
So
the
boat was
The
weed.
cheapest weed, just the Reggie. You ain't put the boat in no expensive weed because some was putting it on parsley flakes even. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn.
But that was called like getting wet
childhood.
or some shit, right? Wasn't it called getting wet and shit like that too? If you put boat on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And they wet the J. Hey,
They called it luncheon. They called it luncheon when I was coming through
But
there.
that's why it got that
both
name,
stink, too.
Love Boat. Love Boat because they make you want to make love. That makes sense.
Luncheon off the boat.
My
Nah,
brother used to sell. My brother
that shit
used
has
to
a whole
sell
bunch
boat.
of that shit has a whole bunch of effects though. That shit can get you naked. It can get you naked with no sex on your mind at all. It can get you it can get you stuck in one spot for hours. You can just be stuck.
Damn. You shake up the PCP and weed. That's Love Boat. You shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it.
Yeah, my brother used to
What
sell
up,
that
B?
shit. Brother used to
Yeah.
sell it and use it. That shit was crazy back then.
I had a couple run-ins. I had a couple run-ins with that myself back in the day.
Yeah.
I had a chick convince me to try ecstasy. a double stacker or whatever like that. No, oh my goodness, it was a pool party or whatever. No, I had sex for like 16 hours.
God damn. So now,
Thank God.
Hey,
I
that
know
ain't
you
no
had.
date rape drug.
It's a party drug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a party drug. I've never used it. I've been around it, but I've never used it myself. But I've seen
They
people.
are indeed called date rape drugs. Anything that alters anything that alters your ability to make a decision. But like Molly said,
Alcohol then.
so
Alcohol
is
is date rape drug.
hold on. Was that Brenda?
I said, like Molly said, also alcohol. So the alcohol is included, but don't step away from the word. Yes, it is anything that alters your ability to make decisions is a date rape drug.
No, I would say that's a bad choice making drug. The dude ain't necessarily got nothing to do with it. Ain't. I mean, if you get you all horny and stuff, and you give up the cootie, that's not rape on my end. That's just hitting it. You know what I mean?
And also, Brenda, with your description, my dick is a what you call, because it alters my thought process all the time.
Yeah,
So
people say
therefore,
men think what they
But
did.
you're not giving it to yourself. You're not giving it to yourself not knowingly. At least I hope
Okay, I
not.
ain't talking about slipping it to her. I'm talking about y'all partying together. I'm talking like that. I ain't talking about sliding it while she's not looking. You know what I mean?
Right, but what I'm saying is no matter what you call it, it's all under the same title. So it's not a party drug. It's a date rape.
You can't say that. No, that's not true, because unless you're giving it to the person. If we go to the bar and you get some drinks and I get some drinks and we go to the hotel, that's not a date rape drug. That's just your loose thought. That ain't got nothing to do with no date rape. That's just you being free willed and ready to get it. You might be making some bad choices.
Yeah, I've been to parties where they're passing them around like Tic Tacs. So I mean, everybody know what they're taking.
In that case, Bill Cosby should have had the both of you on his jury.
No, that's not the truth. That's different. That's different if you sliding it to them and they don't know. That's the difference.
They'll
But
just
if
say
they're
if
at
they
the bar,
want to
if they're at
drink on their own and y'all both drinking and you happen to get tipsy and get a coochie up, then that's not rape. Now, if he just slid some Jello shots to you, told it was just regular Jello for some reason.
yeah, so that's different. That's
If he
different.
take advantage of you, then that's
Yeah,
rape.
that's different. Yeah,
You
that's
see where you
different.
coming from, Brenda, or you still disagree?
And that is I disagree because the only difference between what JoJo is talking about and what I am talking about is the perception of the person that it's imposed upon. And if their power of choices is altered in any way and you knew that, you're going to jail. That's how come Bill Cosby got.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case, because if she voluntarily, she didn't say that she didn't volunteer. She didn't say she voluntarily took the pill. She's saying that he slipped it to her.
Yeah,
So
but
if we're
Brenda trying
partying
to say
together,
is
Brenda,
that
if we
trying to say
partying
is when y'all get drunk, JoJo, basically she not consenting to sex. She, she don't mind drinking with you, but when she got drunk and when it came time to having sex, if she don't consent to it, then that's still rape. She still want to be conscious enough to say, I want to do that. If she
I
not
agree with that.
on top
And
of her.
Right.
Then
And
my wife got a hell of a case against me.
No.
That's all I got to say. She got a. I better not get Brenda on the jury, because I'm going to fucking jail.
The difference is the perception that it's imposed upon. Because if they say anything other than we were partying and having a good time, that drug is not going to be considered as a party drug. It's going to be considered as a date rape drug.
But what if I put it in your? What if I put it in your hand and you pop it in your mouth?
That's exactly. Hold on, that's exactly what Bill Cosby said he did. He did. He. It was proven that he put it in her hand and she took it. He
Yeah.
didn't slip over.
Only thing I ain't like about her situation was he was a married man, and you went back to a hotel room with him. Like, what did you expect going to a hotel room with a married man? Like, he not here to meet with you or like play Uno. Like, he a married man. He brought you back to the hotel room,
And they
he can't
wanted
bring
a
you back
road.
to his home. And you know,
Yeah,
so
but he had to
it's
not
tough.
tell. Did she not know what the drug was? I mean, did he just like, here, take this for a headache or something? Or I mean, did she
No.
know it's the ecstasy? Did she know it's a freak out drug? He knows that. If me and you popping E together or something, and we get it on, and after we didn't want to do nothing before we popped it together, but then we popped it together, and you did yours and I did mine on my own, and then we both got horny for each other. That's not date rape.
And she said she still didn't consent. You know, she was in the mood. She wanted to take Spanish Fly, but she still didn't want to have sex. So that's what Brenda still was leading back to. But the alcohol, just because she in the mood that you know, dance and be free, that don't mean she still consenting to sex. So she said she never consented to him. So he took advantage of her. I don't know. 40 years later though.
Well, Brenda, don't talk to my wife because I done did that shit. Matter of fact, I did it this Saturday with Gwen's rapey brownie. So shit, I don't know. That ain't my fault. I mean,
That's why it's called a rapey brownie. You said the name.
yeah, we called it, but we both woke up. We both woke up and didn't know we fucked. That ain't whose problem is that? With both of y'all wake up and like, what
Yeah,
the
we
fuck
might
just
got a
happened?
case for you now, Beast. We might got
Yeah.
a case because
Yeah,
it's men out here that been taking advantage.
All I'm saying is anything that's called a rapey brownie, you kind of know what you're getting into. That's kind of like that lady that went up to Kobe Bryant's room, rest his soul.
Yeah.
But
Brenda, you're contradicting.
Why is that funny, man?
Because you just said it's called a rapey brownie, and you knew what you knew what you was getting into and everything and all. But when everybody was talking about
Spanish Fly,
the Spanish Fly and everything like that, you was like, it's still rape and that this is or if everybody's at a party and everybody is passing out, ecstasy, which everybody knows ecstasy is a drug that gets you
going
horny
to
and
alter.
stuff like that. No, then if something happened, you said, I don't care, it's still rape. But that's
why it's called a rapey brownie.
That ecstasy is the same thing as the rapey brownie.
Okay, so back to that. What I said, my point was, it's not a party drug. It is called a date rape drug. Anytime it alters a person's perception to make a decision, that's what they call it. That's what I said. That's the only thing I said. Now, as far as them knowing what they're doing, you can't know what you're doing if you're altered. That's just how they look at it in the law. That's not contradictory. I know you're partying with it. I know you're up there partying with it, but it's the only difference between what Beast was saying and what I am saying is the perception of the person that it is inflicted upon. Right?
Yeah.
If they go to court and say it's a rapey thing, then you're in trouble. If they go to court and say it was a party thing, then you're off the hook. But make no mistake, no matter what you call it, know that that's what they classify it as, is a date rape drug.
Okay, so just to clear it up, nowadays you're gonna need a contract and a lawyer before hooking up with somebody.
Yeah. Most likely. But let's flip it though.
Or announce it as what it is. This is a rapey brownie. So if you leave, things will get
know what's gonna happen.
Hold up. The alcohol was never called that ever coming up. Nobody ever called alcohol the RE drink. Come on now. Get out of here. No, she's saying it falls in that category. Like it's no way, yo.
Well,
Get
they
out
made
of here.
a song on it. They said blame it on the goose, blame it on the.
Yep.
They talking about
That's Jamie
whatever
Foxx,
happens
bitch.
when you wake up. They made a whole movie about it, hangover and shit. People be blacking out. But I think is that if it was the other way around, It's just like they forget if me and her take the Spanish Fly together. And she said that, oh, she ain't want to do certain things she ain't consent to. But shit, I didn't either. My mind is altered too. I'm off the same shit. You know, so it's like, how did she get away with it, but I can't? How is it whatever her mind did?
That is a good. That is a good.
I ain't
That
gonna
is
have
a
sex.
good observation.
Hey, I'm sticking to that, Molly. I like that. A matter of fact,
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask my wife, what did she do to me on Saturday?
That's probably, that's probably what got Bill out. That's probably what got Bill out. Shoot. On the
They
field,
both-
We
had
both
Molly
off of it.
on the jury because or as his
No.
lawyer too. That one question would have had him set free.
Hell
He
yeah.
would have had to spend time in jail.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look at my wife next time and be like, who raped us? Where'd they go?
Who else stepped in the room? Somebody else could have came in.
I love his dedication to the marriage.
Did we go to a Diddy party or something? Damn, we both got fucked. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, and you
I
at
like
my
that.
house
I'm
1 and
using
2
that shit.
at night a.m. What's up, Slicky Woo, man? We was worried about you. We ain't see you in the comments all day. Say who did it, what did it. Oh no, they just putting everything in the wrong perspective. Why you say that, Carl? You think we putting it in the wrong perspective? 'Cause I wonder if a man could have came out 40 years later and said this woman raped me. She took advantage of me, you know, and basically gave the same story. This shit was they would laugh in the courtroom. What's your thoughts, Brenda? If Bill Cosby was a woman and a man came out and said they did this to her years later, you think it would have had any case or got any traction at all?
If she did a whole album about it and was on Larry King and all this shit about it, I think they might have a case. I really do.
I think the only one that had the case would have been if it was a dude on Bill's on. You know, it was a dude. I think that would be different. If it was a dude, you might be like all this. If anything comes back on Puff, like all youngins and anything like that, you know what I mean? Then that's when it's gonna come out the woodwork. You know, because everybody that been around them when they was young gonna say something. I'll take a check. I'll take a check, and I'll take a check.
So
You
she
know.
got to jail. B said she done went to jail. JoJo, what's your thoughts, Brenda? They'd have locked this woman up.
What happened?
If a woman came out, a man came out against, you know, a woman saying that she did something to him 40 years ago, you know, due to the Spanish Fly, you think this woman would have been convicted like Bill?
No, they be laughing at him. Nope.
Not a chance in Hades. I was thinking of is they came out 40 years later against the Pope. And yes, DJ Slicky Woo Boo, we're talking the R word. Shout out to you for being in the audience. But yeah, no, she wouldn't have even had to worry about it. Like, I don't think what man would. I mean, that's not even a thing in manhood. I think that's like a goal, right? Like,
hold on, no. I just found out Saturday I was raped, so I'm clarifying it right now. I'm trying to get a grip on it.
Say he been raped, but it is women that rape younger men before, took advantage of them. But it come out as like considered gay, like, oh, you gay, like who complaining about a woman taking advantage of them, you know? But it happens. I think Slicky Woo Boo just put women been raping men for years. You know, I don't know. What's your thoughts, funny man? Like you trying to say something?
Yeah, just like Jada Smith or whatever like that. No, you know what I mean. When her junk came out, everybody was like, you know what I mean. Why are you gonna complain? You know what I mean. You're with you smashing Jada Smith and that this is this and everything like that. No, but they said she'd been smashing her kids' friends and all that mess.
I knew she
and going.
I didn't know she been doing it, you know.
And going back to when they were saying about women raping men or something like that. No, if a guy did try to get a woman for that, but all she gotta do is reverse it, and everybody's gonna believe her.
And Carl Carter said he was 15, 16, having sex with a grown woman. She was 35 years old. What's that?
That's
Break,
raping.
Shorty.
No, that's a,
You
Like,
that's
think
a,
he a big boy, huh?
oh my God, like I already told my son, listen, if you bring a woman through this door talking about you get married to her and she 45, 40, anywhere in her 40s, I'm whooping her ass on GB. And then if she can stick around after this ass whooping, we can be the best of friends. But she getting these hands as soon as she walked through the door. Like, what is that? No.
JoJo, that's rape, JoJo. You 15, 16 years old. This woman 35. That's considered rape.
Nah, it's called tutoring.
It's called, yeah, you right on the line there, 16, 17. You right on the line. But I mean, I mean, legally, you might got some problems. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I don't mind. I got big age difference in a couple of my relationships, but they like, you know, 30. You know what I mean? You know, it ain't no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
16,
When I was 30 years old, I wasn't hanging out at the high schools, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't where you be at, you know? So that's where the 16 and 17 years old, they be at high school type shit, you know? And
fucking the security guards and shit. Beast, do you say anything at this age? Do you tell your parents? Do you tell anybody if you having sex with a 35?
Nah, it sounds like a great tutor. That's what I'm saying. She teaching you what you need to learn. Shit, that's good for me. I wouldn't have. I mean, you know, hey man, 15, 16. Unfortunately for me, by the time I was 15 and 16, I was very aware of what the fuck I was doing. I knew shit. I would have fucked every shit. Miss Dew, I would have took her ass down. My 11th grade English teacher. Shit,
and we know that y'all will because your kids or you're still underage. And so therefore, yes, it's considered that. And that 35-year-old, I found out about it all these years later. I'd have still found her and whooped her ass. Like she'd have an ass whooping coming. Point blank.
I think I would be different with a son than I would be with a daughter at 16, 15, 17. I would personally. I don't know about everybody else.
Y'all older now, you know, well, I don't know how y'all probably old enough to have a 35-year-old. But let's say you had like a 25-year-old daughter and she had a 15-year-old boyfriend. Would y'all be okay with that?
Oh nah.
No. I will whoop her ass. I'd be like, what are you doing? You are not raised that way. If my son at 24, he's 24, he'll be 25 next month. If he comes through the door with anybody, it's suspiciously underage, I'm whooping his ass and asking questions later.
Yeah, but he said it the other way around, and I think that I would be a little bit more understanding for an older. You know, he would probably be mature. You know what I mean? There would have to be something for a girl to be 25 and want a 16-year-old, and that's not that far off either. So for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because at 25 and 35, we wouldn't say it's a problem at all, right? But she
Not
still
at
needs
all.
time to develop. You know, that's why I say when boys, we be ready because we feel like we know what we doing. But anything outside of sex, we'll say we was taking advantage of. Hey, sign this contract. I'm 15, 16. I know what I'm doing. Now you just signed a dumbass deal. You know, and then we say, well, he took advantage of that young kid. He didn't know what he was doing. But whenever it comes to sex, it's like, oh, we knew what he was doing. Nah, that woman's taking advantage of that young man. If it was the other way around, as I see Carl put in the comments, it'd be a whole different story. But it seemed like that's been a story for most of us. I know I was younger, dealing with older women. Slicky said it. Carl said it. I don't know about Beast and JoJo, or they would just get.
Yep, I had it when I was young. I had it when I was. Matter of
What
fact, that
about
was
you, funny man? You
Well,
had.
maybe because I did not.
Oh, okay.
I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, funny man.
What do you say? Did I what?
Did you experience having sex with older women at a younger age?
Yeah, I was 6 and I was being ridden by somebody 17.
Shit, this a lifetime now. I didn't know you was gonna go that far. I didn't expect that. But elaborate on that. What you mean?
I'm 46. I'm 46. I just told my mom maybe like 6-7 years ago.
Great way to bring this show down. Fuck this Funny Man Green. God damn, man.
Now that's great. He had no
Jesus.
consent. I know at 6
He
he
just put a whole halt to the show. The whole show with the screech into a halt.
That, you know what?
She was still a minor though. She was still a minor too.
How we're talking about this subject, it brought to my mind when he said it that, okay, so if you're over 18, you can't have, if you're 18 and over, you can't have sex with 17 and down. They call that molestation or rape or whatever. Okay,
Statutory.
hold on. Statutory rape, right? Okay, but when the kids are both underage, no matter how far apart they are, is that still considered statutory rape? If they're both under the age of 18?
Like 15, 13?
I believe
Yeah,
if, the,
so like a
if the
15
person in single digits, they shouldn't be touched by anyone. I don't give a fuck what it is, or I don't even know if 10 is still good or 11. I mean, right now, the Funny Man just blew my mind. I can't even comprehend this anymore. I was making good jokes and shit, but that shit just blew the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I ain't expect that one.
I didn't. I just, you know, I would kick her ass, but it still begs to differ the way the laws are set up. You know, how they, I guess, compartmentalize the wrong. It's all wrong to me. Nobody should be touching nobody without consent. If you're not old enough to do it or not in the right state of mind, wait till a better time and then do it.
But wait and watch him grow up, huh? Groom him. But how did that turn out for you, Funny Man? Do you feel like, you know, it ruined your childhood? Or you feel like, man, I was lit,
understand
like,
everything, man.
yeah, like I was cool, like I was 6 years old doing my thing. How did you feel about it?
I mean, I wasn't. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like a victim or anything like that. No, but in a way, I kind of feel like the man. I mean, at the time, I didn't know anything about, you know what I mean, like, you know, booty and everything. No, I'm just, like I said, she on top, so I'm like boobies. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. Like,
he's like, I never thought about it.
Yeah, I never.
But it explains why Funny Man has a lot of goes to sex parties and does all. Yeah, he's fucking midgets and shit out here. Explains it. If you was introduced to sex and so at that young age, you know nowhere to go. Yeah, like where the fuck do you go after that? Exactly. Like where the fuck you go? Like now I need a midget to and watch TV. Fuck this midget, watch TV, and have another grown nigga watching me at the same time. Cause you know, like yo, like
It's like the gateway was open, like they do marijuana. They say it's the gateway drug, and then so there's nowhere to go but up. So I guess at 6, if you get to the basic part already, I guess, I mean,
yeah, so you was more advanced than an average 6-year-old. You know, I can't imagine what you were trying to do with your 8-year-old girlfriend. You know, like. I just want to know, like, was you always attracted to older women since then? Did you outage that age group for that woman? Like, did you grow up too fast? You like, you ain't cute no more. You too old. You ain't 6. You know, like when you got 10, you wasn't attracted to her no more. Or was y'all still doing things as you grew up? Like, that's just so weird to me. Like, how did y'all just stop?
It was more like a year, like a year and a half fling or whatever like that. No, you know,
you got too old.
Yeah, and then you know, I mean, she ended up getting pregnant by her boyfriend, and out of this is this and everything like that. No, but like I said, I mean, I didn't really, you know, I mean, look at it as like you know, I mean, being victim or anything like that. No, it was just something to do.
That happened. Okay, and I guess look at Beast. He's like he already for his unborn son. I don't even know if he has a son yet, but I can see.
Yeah, I got a 10-year-old. I'm about to go hug that nigga as soon as he get home. I was like, yo, Funny Man just fucked up my whole world, son. I'm all the way fucked up.
Like, oh my God, that can happen. Oh my God.
Yo. But no, like I said, now you know, now I don't want to make jokes about Funny Man eating ass all the time because now I kind of understand it.
Yeah, he's
Now
a
I'm just like
victim,
now
man.
I feel like he's a victim. Yeah, but at
This
least
could
he
have
tried.
happened to Diddy,
But
man.
I
You
don't
see
think,
what happened to this
but
could
see,
have
I
happened
don't
to
look
Diddy.
at, I don't know Funny Man's house, but I assume he's not, out here Diddying niggas now and shit like that.
Yeah,
So I
that's
mean,
good, because you could have
that's what I'm
turned
saying.
down
Diddy
a lot worse.
but that's what I'm saying. He had like I said earlier, Diddy might have had a circumstance, but there's different ways to handle it. You ain't gotta. And I'm not saying Funny Man, I think you need therapy already, but because you still eating ass. So, ass is a gateway. Eating ass is a gateway to other more dangerous things. So, you know what I'm saying? So I still think you need to go see a therapist and discuss, hash all that shit out.
Yeah, you're
But,
right, Ken.
yeah.
Slicky said he enjoyed it. Well, it's been going on. Older women always did it for him. Kenneth said, but young men like older women. Brenda, you fight. You seem like a sweet angel. And he said 16 in some states is legal consent. Who be looking that stuff up? I be wondering, like, what make y'all look that up? Like, I be like, where that stat be coming from? Like, I never see stuff like that. They be like, in this state, you can be 16 and do this and get married and stuff. Like, you had to look that up to find, or do it just come across your For You page? Like, because I don't be knowing. Which states is
like,
these?
why would you look that up? What would...
Well, he might...
you might be...
No, don't do that.
I know Kenny ain't like that.
But I'm saying you can be in a situation where you deal with youth. So you need to know that kind of stuff for their knowledge, not yours. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're trying to emancipate and stuff like that, you need to know that kind of stuff. If you deal with youth in that type of situation. So I mean, it isn't like just because you know that you're weird. I mean, but I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying there's a lot of reasons you would know that. Because if you're dealing with youth in any way,
you would know that. And you're right. But
I need to know.
To bring it up in like like just to bring it up out of left field, you wonder why the person knows it. Like even if they found it out by random, you want to know why they say it. Like last night when Reese or yesterday, I can't remember if it was last night or the morning, when she said, when she gave the quantification of a man. And I said, why do you have to keep quantifying it? Oh, yeah, that was in the morning. Because you guys then was like, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like anybody who brings that up out of left field, I got the eye on them like Molly. Like, why are you even saying that? I
always wonder where that be coming from, but I'm pretty sure it's out there. Then I'll be like, it's weird, because them places are places we need to stay away from, and we definitely know where them places at. Kenny, state them states, make sure my kids never go there, but that's what they be doing to a lot of these young ladies, and they take them to them certain places, get married, because they got their mind, that's the only thing I say that, an older woman taking advantage of the younger man, because mentally she got him. The sex part, I know the boy happy, but there's other things that come with it. You don't know what she doing outside of you. Who else she might be having sex with. When you're older, you wise to those things. Like, girl, I seen you IG, you was home. And I know you talked to Tony. As a kid, you gotta be
the number one man in your daughter's life. If you the number one man in her life, then it's no place for another. So if you're not the number one man in her life, in her head, then that leaves the space. So it doesn't matter if you move across the world to a whole different continent where it's not legal. If your daughter at the age of 15, 16 gets a man in her head with the come on, let's go get married and I'm gonna give you the world, they're going to those states so to get married, the ones that he's gonna list. You was like, list them so I don't move there. Yeah, you don't have to move there. Just be the number one head. Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, when I blame that type of stuff on y'all women for wanting to get married all the time so quick. Everybody's main thing around marriage instead of just being happy and being in love,
Yeah.
Well, you as a dad have the power to put that in her head And if y'all did that, then we wouldn't have the thoughts of getting married, and we'd have the thoughts of what our parents
What
put in
about
our
you as a mom? Come on now.
What?
Come on now. There's a difference between. We already said that the other day that women, can say stuff to girls that men can't say, and that they won't even take the same way. So don't switch it around now and say, "No, dads should be saying." That's the woman's thing. But most women want to be married though, so they don't say that, and they would never say that because that's their main trick.
Hey, JoJo, I disagree with you. I understand what Brenda's trying to say, in my opinion, because with my daughter, I'm very vocal with her about dudes, people that she's 17, and I'm very vocal with her about going out with dudes, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And the biggest thing I did was I dated my daughter first. I taught her how a man should treat you, but I also taught her how she should treat a man, that not go out and order lobster. I told her, I was like, you order lobster, then you giving up some pussy. And I'm saying it's that simple. I was like, so when you go out, don't order nothing you ain't willing to pay for. And I said, and don't sit there and use this man for what he is. You respect him for taking you out on a date. You show the same respect to him that you want shown to you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I dated my daughter first. I took her out on dates and showed her how to do those things. And once you do that, then the daughter has a certain level of expectancy. She's not going to let a nigga treat her anyway. She knows what her value is. She knows where her what is okay and what is not okay. You know what I'm saying? She knows.
Yeah, but how often is that going on in our family? We don't even have two parent families. The numbers show that they're a whole lot different. So that's just you. That's not overall. You know what I mean? That's just you. That's just your situation. That's not everybody else. That's just yours.
Hey man, men today are a part of their.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm with it, but I'm just saying that most men ain't in the house, and that women are in the position to tell them that, and instead they're saying, "Get a man, get married, da-da-da." So I was saying to Brenda that she shifted it back over that the men should say that, but there's a whole lot of women that are raising these kids alone. So that has to be changed in women's thinking.
The idea comes from what our parents put in our heads. So if your father is there counteracting, as you call it, your mother was saying, or if maybe mom and dad are on the same page, my nieces don't feel the need to get married. And that's because their dad is their first love in their head. And it's going to take a man. It took my niece, she'll be 25 and she's just now considering getting married. Not saying that the fix works for all, but I think on some things, if we have one accord, that works well. And I think for little girls, daddy's words, and I'm the only girl here. So for little girls, in my opinion, daddy's words ring very hard and true when it comes to the next man in your life. And you wouldn't have the need for, marriage or whatever it is, depending on what daddy put in your head.
But I think that you're missing my point. I think you missed my point. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
I thought I disappeared. I thought I hit the button. My bad. My point wasn't that that's a wrong, that they shouldn't do that. My point is that there's a lot of families in our culture that don't have a man in the house. But the women's thinking is, wait a minute, damn. You could just do it. I'm just trying to get this point. That's why I said you got me misunderstood. I said that I'm saying when it's a woman raising the female, a girl child, a female child, then they're putting that, it's not, maybe not you, but I'm saying overall, it's, get a man, find a man, take care of you, look at that, get married and do that. Now, I'm not talking about the father being in the picture and saying the things that Beast just said and what you said is the best way. Yeah, but I'm talking about in a neighborhood where there's 30 single mothers And all they do is talk about getting married and having a man do this and do that and this and that. That's all I'm saying is that needs to change in the women's thinking, because a lot of times they're by themselves raising these girls.
Okay,
And that was it.
so
I'm not saying that you're wrong about saying what Beast did and what you were saying. I'm with that, but a lot of times there's not a man in the home, and that they're being taught by the women. And if they're thinking about marriage, then instead of being happy and in love and finding a person in a different manner, and then let the other shit come. That's all. That's all I was saying.
Women were raised. Even if the father of that generation isn't there, then the woman has carte blanche to give the opinions and things of how she was raised. And that goes back to a time that is different from now. And in that time, right. And what I'm saying is, when you said women need to get that out of their heads or raise, to pass down a different situation to their daughters, all I'm saying is they're passing down what they learned. And if
I get that.
to counteract that, that's what the young girls are going to be raised, wanting. It was what they were taught.
Hey, Riri, what's up with you, Riri?
Hey, she traveling, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
What's up? What's up?
You okay?
No, why you just stay lay on down, shorty. Get your stuff.
You ain't gotta show up on it.
Yeah,
I'm not home yet. When I get home, I'm gonna lay down. But I heard you guys having a good conversation, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't jump in, right? Right, Rodney?
Yeah, we got a comment section. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you go.
What are y'all talking about?
I
heard mama and daddies.
I know you don't want no rewind.
I heard JoJo say that a lot of families don't have the daddies who didn't grow up with the two-parent families, and I heard Brenda said daddy's girl, first love is daddy. What's the topic?
When Brenda was
Mom,
making
what you
a good
started?
point, Brenda was making a good point that women, growing up need their fathers in their life, and that will help them pick out a good man in their adulthood. And then JoJo brought up the fact that a lot of these women don't have men in the house. Brenda was speaking on if they did or if they're around, but JoJo was saying a lot of these women don't have men in the house to actually do that. Like as B said, he do for his daughter. So these women been telling these girls just find a man, marry him, da. They giving them bad advice. So he's saying that been a problem as well. So Brenda's saying men need to speak more to their daughters, and JoJo's saying women need to speak better knowledge to their daughters. What's your thoughts on that?
Now, in order for a woman to speak better, she got to know better. See, if you don't know better, you're not going to do better. So yeah, the daddies, women need the dad. Every child need a daddy, boy or girl. Fathers are very important, and a lot of times they're overlooked. Our men. So we have to teach our daughters. My granddaddy told me, I told y'all the story about I was going on a date, and the guy coming to the door honking, and my granddaddy said, if he want to take you out, come in and get you. You are a lady. Open the door. He told me that. I didn't know no better. See? And and I was 19 years old. Going on a date. Didn't even know how to go on a date. So he had to pull me up on some things. So of course, yes, the women should speak better only if they know better. Like JoJo said, to echo what he said, a lot of times if they don't know no better, how am I gonna speak to you when I don't know no better?
That's what Brenda said, but what I'm saying is that's the part. I mean, don't always just push it to the,
They're gonna speak the wrong thing. That's why you get too many
women have to change their thinking. I mean, the independence, the independent woman and this and that, but it's like a real thin line there about getting married and having a man. You know what I mean? You want to be independent on this, but same thing. And I'm just talking about a single mother home. I ain't talking about Beast home or me. I had the same thing. I had, they didn't live together, but I knew my dad, and he told me some things. He was going too fast, but you know what I'm saying? I got a couple things, but I get it. But a lot of people don't have that. The same couple in the neighborhood didn't have the father at the house. You know, so they could have never
The
heard
father, the
that. But if
grandfather,
the
or the
mother was,
uncle.
yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm just saying that's not their kid. That's not always the best. They're not always around. Uncles don't always take care of, you know, their brothers or sisters'
You
kids.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
I
actually
know. I
kind
know. I
of
know.
usually kind of rare that they do. You know what I mean? Unfortunately.
That's why it says it takes a village to raise a child. Just like
Oh
if I
man.
had a little girl, right? Don't you know all of y'all on the panel? It'll be Uncle Molly, Uncle Rodney, Uncle JoJo. You know, they will give you that respect, and in return, I will hope if I had a little girl that you would give her the knowledge that she needs. You know, you wouldn't tell her to go out there and be ratchet, to go look for this, go look for that. All of y'all uncles, our village is the people we choose to surround ourselves, whether it's the blood relatives or love relatives. Y'all not my brothers by blood, but you my brothers by love. You get what I'm saying? And in return, I would think that y'all ain't going to steer nobody wrong. So if I had a little girl, or you know somebody, you know, just get that. It takes a village. What I'm trying to say. I'm all doped up a little bit, but
Yeah.
I still
The
know that
first thing
it
I'll
takes
tell your
all
little
of us.
girl is when you have a root canal, sit your ass down and just
I'm
listen
on
to
the
the
way
show.
home.
That'll be the
I
first thing I'll
am.
tell
I'm
your
on the way
daughter.
home.
Well,
Yeah,
get off.
Ew,
You
you
over there.
drooling.
Yeah, you
Ew,
look.
you drooling.
You look like
Ew,
you in
take your
pain,
camera
dog.
off.
I
well,
don't like seeing you like that.
Are you
You know
supposed to
what
be
I'm
well,
saying?
driving?
Rick, this all
She
stems
ain't
from
driving.
trying to avoid young women from dating older men. So that's how it all. This what it stemmed from. We was trying to say, what can we do to avoid these
Well,
young
it
ladies
all.
from wanting to date older men? And I really think that it come from the father not being present. A lot of women, I believe, that attracted to older men because they don't have their father around. You know, if he
Not
was
you
around, they
right.
not be attracted to their dad. They be like, ugh, that's nasty. But when he ain't around, it seems like they always attracted to that man that they wish was the father.
They're always searching for that father figure.
Yeah, and
You
that's what it
know,
seems like. So I go with the fathers definitely play a role, and, and the mothers as well. It's gonna take both, but when the father's not present, I think that's when that tends to happen more.
that little girl, I can speak because I was that little girl that didn't have my father around. I was looking. My granddaddy was dead, thank God. But when he died, I felt like I was a little girl again because I was scared. You looking for security. You looking for somebody to protect you and provide for you. So that's why. And older men tend to be more stable than younger men. If I'm a 20-year-old, a 30 or 40-year-old is going to be more stable than another 20-year-old. And that's what you're looking for, Molly. You're absolutely right. They're looking for the replacement father because that's what's missing in their life. The disciplinarian, the protector, the provider, the rule maker. Oh shit,
Yeah,
something done happened.
and then JoJo is actually bringing the same
Somebody else
point,
got shot.
saying that the father need to be there to say these things, and JoJo saying a lot of these fathers not present in the home, and the mother giving these bad advice. So yeah, the father's not there, So it's saying it all stems down to the father actually being there. So the father there, the mother wouldn't get this advice to the daughter. She'd get that advice from
Eh,
mom and also get pop's advice. But if he not there, man, anything can happen.
Let me tell you, because I experienced my grandmother giving my aunt some bad advice, and my grandfather stepped in and said, "Don't you do that. If you do that, you a stupid dumb fool." And he broke it down. And granddaddy was right. Grandma, you gave some bad advice, and all
But we
she
know
could do was
now.
just shut it up. She couldn't. Something
But
happened,
we know
y'all.
now. We
We the
know men.
police out here. The
They
blocks
know women.
down.
We know men and they know women. That's why men always say, "Look, man, I know men. Like, I know what he was thinking." And it's the same thing, women. So to have both of them there, but man trying to finesse a young lady, and you got an uncle there, he already
Mm-hmm.
gonna know because he been that age before.
Mm-hmm.
He already gonna know. Oh, I know what he trying to do. And then if Uncle tell you and you don't listen, and it happens, then hey, that's on you. But we definitely need men present. I want to say father, just men
Heck
per.
yeah.
We need men and women present in all these kids' life because they need both energies.
The good ones. because like as old as I am, I get advice from y'all. Y'all don't know it, but I get advice from y'all, and I listen to y'all. JoJo give me advice. Rodney tell me. Molly, you know, you tell me stuff a lot of times. So yeah, if I'm missing that male perspective, hell yeah, I'm gonna go to y'all. Like, what do y'all think? And why is this, and that? And you know why I go to you to get the male perspective? Do you know why?
Because we're men.
I'm gonna tell you why. I go to you to get the man's perspective because I'm not a man. A woman shouldn't have no perspective about being a man because she's not a man. Sometimes we gotta shut up and listen.
You don't get advice from me.
Like yesterday, how you
Dave,
told us,
David
how
on
you
the
told us
line
when you
too.
are a man.
You ain't took that one advice I gave you though. You ain't
What
take
you
the real
tell
advice I gave you, Reese. You job dissed me on that one advice. I told you to
No,
kick that
you
thing
want me
down
to
off
go
the
on
shelf.
here and
Get that thing off the shelf.
I'm not having sex. You want me to go out there and get my coochie to somebody. Molly told me do it when I'm
Just
ready.
for one night. Just
So,
go release
I'm
that backup,
listening.
that super backup. I mean, that damned up. It's not even backed up. That's a dam you got down there. When somebody hit that, when they hit that button for release, good Lord.
So that means you want me to go in there and kill somebody. That means you want me to flood them, open the floodgates,
just-
and then they make them drown. And
Just
then
wash
I
'em
go
out.
out there and I bang somebody out. And then it'd be too much loving. And then what you gonna do? What you gonna
You
say?
probably got home. You got home insurance, flood insurance. Go ahead and put it
I'm
on them.
being jail because JoJo told me let it loose.
Let it
He
loose,
said
y'all.
make that monkey go bananas.
Take that advice. Take that advice. Take that advice. You'll feel so much better tomorrow. And you ain't even gotta never talk to him ever. You just gonna feel better. You know what I mean? You don't even know the stuff that's going on in your body right now that you would release if you released. You would probably have your eyes would probably be clear again. You know what I'm saying? Your root canal would have went away on its own. You know what I'm saying?
I think you might be right. Cause soon as I stop being intimate or having sex, I can't see no more. My eyes messed up. You right.
Punishing you for punishing all them people taking that good old coochie off the market. Why you getting punished with your eyes?
That's what the
Take
first
that
thing
good
you go
coochie.
when you got a vitamin D deficiency. The first thing to go is your eyesight.
Hey yo, you a genius for that one, Beast. That was very, very smart of you.
You done came up with the date night ritual. I mean, yeah. You know what that mean now? I ain't know what that mean till Beast came on.
You know what, Beast? I'm glad.
That's exactly what it means.
I am so glad you are off the market and Vicky got you up because you is a hoe. You is a male thought. You is that hoe over there. The Beast. I'm glad he married because God know what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. I got tired. I got tired of it, man. You know, you get tired of it after a while. Shit.
Get in.
It's hard work. It's hard work to manage pussy. It's hard. That shit, pimping ain't easy. Hell yeah, that shit is a 24-hour job.
Well, I tell you guys, if you guys need me to do your book work for you, just send over the paperwork and payment or the pocket. You can send the pocket. I take pocket as payment. You can send her over too. You know what I mean? So
you doing a podcast. See.
Hello.
Who that Uber? That your Uber driver?
Yeah, it's my Uber driver. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go, right there. He might give you that dick, and you never
He
see
might
him
give you a little
again.
bit.
Yeah, tell him.
These guys are here. I discussed them, but they got good hearts.
We try to help you out. Tell her, drive her in there, take her up get her to her room, deliver her some dick so she can get them demons out of her, man. You know what I'm saying? And she'll give you 5 stars.
Don't tell them that. You're gonna scare them now. You're gonna scare them with the demon pussy. You can't do that. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, you know, you gotta get the toxins out.
Yeah.
All right.
Is he following you, Reese?
I'm my place and I'm gonna lay down.
Make sure he's
'Cause
behind you.
I'm walking in the house.
Hey, Brenda. So if Reese go upstairs and fuck the
Walking.
Uber driver,
Tyree went
does
to
the
work
medicine
today.
she took
I
considered a date
call and
rape?
check on him.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
We're trying to figure out if you go fuck the Uber driver, would you be considered being on a date rape drug?
Anything else?
I don't know. I don't know what she's saying there. I couldn't.
Can't.
Something about put it all the way in. Is that what she told him to do?
She going in the crib. I don't know what she was saying. She was losing connection. But yeah. I think we all came to
Is that
agreement.
considered a date rape drug? Date rape drug?
Yeah, she can't consent to nothing right now. Yeah, she's not a good choice.
Even though she's the aggressor.
Yeah.
Yes, even though she's the aggressor. Yep.
That's crazy.
She's altered.
It's double standards, basically.
Yeah, I'll never be in Brenda Brown's courtroom. I tell you right now, I ask for a new judge. I'll be like, oh fuck nah, give me a new judge. Yeah, I don't trust her opinion.
Yeah. He gonna bring up one of her old episodes.
She gonna be like, I told. She gonna bring it up. I told him on the show, on the Morning Mac show. Look right here. I told him. Stop doing that
They
to his
would
wife.
allow me to be on your jury because I know you, and I would have personal preference. And I think I think they wouldn't know which side of the fence that I would vote on. They wouldn't be sure, so they wouldn't put me on there.
Oh, I would know. I know you'd be like, put that motherfucker in jail. You know what I'm saying? Put him and Cosby together.
Yeah, because I don't know how that work, because it's just so many other things. Like, a lot of people don't know certain food that turn up your sex drive, too. You know, you got chocolate out here, oysters. People don't know avocado. People use watermelon. And you can look this stuff up. It actually gets you in the mood to do certain things. I'm like, I can't see nobody in court, like, took advantage of me. She gave me a whole bowl of watermelon. Like, you know what that do to men. I just don't. I don't get it. Anything that, because I don't see that Spanish fly seem like it made people all conscious. It seemed like it just made them party a little more. But that was them times. I'm happy they ain't doing them now.
Shit, they got better drugs now.
Well, yeah, they got Molly all in their drink. I don't know if that's better though. What drugs out here? Well, it's better for the women. At least they get to enjoy the night and don't get, taken advantage of, unless it's a drug I ain't hear about.
I thought ecstasy was the big drug now. I'm not
they
sure.
be sticking their tongue out for that. Like, them girls be popping on. They be online having it on their tongue, so they know what comes after that. So damn, yeah.
According to Brenda, it's still
Them themselves are passing out ecstasy.
Yeah, they pass it tongue to tongue. They kiss each other and all that. That is weird, but now that, yeah, dang, it's a setup. It's a lose-lose for men.
Keep y'all out of jail.
To me,
Avery Green go to a party and he has any thought. I'm hoping that this show will pop up in his head and he'll be like, "Ooh, Brenda said that was bad."
Yeah, because I don't pop pills, so it's like if I'm with a girl and she just randomly popping pill and I ain't know that's her thing. I don't do that, and we enjoy the night and we do our thing. I took advantage of her because she was off one of her little pills.
Because you didn't know she did it. If she is doing it in front of you and
she did it in front of me and I see she did it, like that's her thing. Like, I smoke my weed, she do her thing, and at the end of the
and that's all good until it's not. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
always keep that in mind.
Because she willingly did that to get in her jam. Like, you'll see old documents, and there's a lot of videos of women like strippers and stuff, performers. They say they had to take certain drugs to get there, like just to go out there and perform. So they knew what they was doing, and they knew once they take this drug, that would get them to start doing the things that they normally wouldn't do sober. So it's like some women get drunk to do certain things, men too. You know, like dudes that be having stage fright or they got nerves or butterflies. Some people take shots or smoke before. You know, so it's just weird. You know that I don't know. That's a hard one though, Brandon, because you make a good point because you can't really consent to something because this coming after you took it. So that don't mean you want to have sex. That just means you want to be in a good mood. But if sex come about, you got to be able to consent. And if you ain't in the right state of mind to do that, then yeah, it is what it is.
Hey
I know
man,
Reese's gonna get back in here.
if you come to my trailer, we fucking. It's the same thing that I heard many artists say that. If you come in my trailer, you fucking. I mean, then what, Brenda? What does that mean?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That
I
means
never understood that shit.
That means your word against hers. All I'm ever saying is putting yourself into situations where it's like that, you're going to come up losing. Because I'm sure that's exactly what Bill Cosby thought. They was in the room. She came up to the room. They was partying. He gave her the pill. She took it. They had a good time. And then 40 years later, boom, you're in prison.
Yeah, that's sick. That's beyond wrong. Next time, women, say something right then and there if you feel like something, was up or something was wrong. But I know some men got power and they probably couldn't get through. Even if she did say something, they probably got rid of her ASAP.
Well, even if they didn't do anything about it, you still have it on record that it was said, and that's the important part. Wow. So you have to, right? It's like having a lottery ticket and going down to the lottery office 3 years later to collect it when they ask, and you're like, I had the ticket, and I swear to God, it was this number, this number, this number. They're like, well, you had the ticket all this time. Why you ain't? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just too many questions.
Yeah,
so,
with the ticket, that they not giving you that money without that ticket.
Exactly.
She ain't got the ticket. She just saying it. She had the ticket. Anybody can go down there and say, I had the ticket. If nobody funded it. And so anybody, like, they take her word for having the ticket. They gave her the money.
I got the ticket.
Anyway, she said, I got the ticket.
What the Uber driver at?
He is all about his Uber the business, Rodney.
What?
I don't know what she said. It looked like she nodding off over there, like she got that hair on. You gotta go ahead and take your ass and
tap her that Spanish fly.
She leaning like shit. Yeah. You better go ahead and take your ass to the bed, man. Nobody want to see your sleepy ass on this camera like that.
I am. I'm going to bed alone. I'm going alone. I just got on to tell you guys I love you.
I love those, Reese, because we know you didn't consent to coming on here. They gonna say,
yeah, exactly.
We got you to come on here.
I got it.
It's a little different. You're not having sex with her, I don't think. So
I wanted to say that we drink or take something when we go on stage as comedians, anything to get your nerves up. And sometimes we want to do it, but we don't have the nerve to go through with it. And that's with sex too. We get all nervous and we get all butterflies and stuff, and he kisses you on your neck and you get all nervous and you may need something to settle your nerves if you want to do it. But when you say stop, no, that hurt, that becomes rape. Because he's supposed to stop when she say stop. And the man could dismiss you when you say stop. He could say, okay, I'll see you later then. Bye. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At least both of y'all
half
say,
rape. So would he get locked up for half raping her?
No, he don't get locked up because he ain't do nothing. He
started. Her. She said stop, or you said
that's the end of that's the consent right there.
Okay.
He start. You gotta ask. You don't know until you ask. So he asked. She said no. He said okay, bye bye. Thank you for playing. You the weakest link. Okay, like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
But if she agreed to have sex under the influence. If she don't say no, if she just go along with it, then get up and realize I didn't want to have sex. Why did I have sex? And it's like, oh, I must have been drunk. Oh, I did take that Spanish.
Oh, I seen that too. I seen that, I seen that. I seen a girl get drunk and men and women both had their hand in her pants at the same damn time. And she wouldn't consent. She was just going along for the good time. And then you wake up the next day with regret. And say, what the hell did I do? Who did I sleep? What did I do? You should never.
That's
regrets turn into charges. And when you go into court, and as soon as you say she consented, and they're gonna be like, were you guys taking drugs? Were you guys drinking alcohol? Yeah, and you're gonna go.
Then they could say, I didn't rape her because I was high too. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. I was high. She didn't know what she was consenting to or doing. Then the man don't know what he doing either. They was taking drugs together. Damn it, he was high too. Both of them was high.
But they gonna do the drunk driving thing. It's like, okay, you was drunk, you didn't know what you was doing, but you crashed and hit 30 people. You going to jail. Once you sober up and realize what you did, that's cool. You ain't realize it. But once your ass get up and sober up, we gonna let you know you're going to jail for life. So I look at it like that. They don't care when it come to men that you was drunk, you was this too. It doesn't matter to us.
That's
wrong. It's the damage that you did when you was in them conditions. That's why I flipped it. And we said if it was a woman, they said the woman wouldn't even go to jail. She wouldn't even sniff jail at all. So it's a double standard out here for men and women.
A friend of mine, he black. He was in the military with the Navy or something, messing around with the general daughters. She was white. And the daddy caught him. And you know what she said? He raped me. And the Jarrett County prison had his ass for years. And it was terrible the way they did him. I cried for him. I wrote him letters. That was my friend. I don't know what but it was terrible how his life was just all messed up because somebody bit the truth and told a lie. It's just wrong. Y'all stop that. Stop it. Oh, this Marley, tell him I'm gonna be Saturday. I'm gonna be in Utah Street Saturday. In Baltimore.
Yeah, Saturday.
There it is. That's all loud. It's okay to cry out loud too. You know that, right?
Last comedy night. I don't know what they done cloned my girl Reese. They got the Gwen Factor hosting. Reese Reed, that Stacey Carter, Tony Spoon, and Sean Miller. And that's this Saturday.
Dave Carter gonna be there too.
Oh, Dave Carter gonna be there as well.
All my men's in there.
Yeah, it's $40 a person. You can bring your own.
All my men.
The light fair. They got Laughing Lenny gonna be there. It's gonna be a good show.
It's gonna be fun. You can bring your own liquor.
What can you bring?
You can bring your own liquor.
Bring your own lizard.
You leave her alone, beast.
Bring your own liver.
Don't make me come over there.
You can bring your
own liquor.
Bring your own lizard.
Chicken livers or beef liver?
That's the liquor.
All right. Bring your own liver.
Look what a cute. David, you better not be getting on the beast bandwagon. Is that here, David? I can't see that. David, okay. How you okay? Then clean you
out. I'm telling everything.
You had your procedure yet?
No, 2:00.
Okay. And look, go on and talk shit with Beast. Get that shit out here. Go on.
He did that literally last night on the show.
He sure did. That's why him and Beast so much buddy. Because David never talked so much shit. And him and Beast, they combined it.
My answers was right though.
Bullshit.
I said healthcare and I said something else.
You ain't say shit. You wasn't on the damn panel.
He did vote you all with the quickness because he said he heard you doing.
Yeah, he said that. All I heard was plop, plop, plop.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Get
nah,
off,
we need to
Brandon.
get
You
him
gotta
on
let
out
us
of here.
know how we
That
gonna
wasn't
do
me
that.
because mom was going.
Either or.
JoJo baby on the way to my house.
That nigga.
Oh,
Hey.
shit. There you go. She not consenting, JoJo. So she said
Oh
she
well,
just gonna.
then
She said she's just gonna lay down with her ass in the air, JoJo.
you ain't just see me turn around. You ain't see me. You ain't
Look,
see
he
me
just
turn
turned
around.
around on that.
Get him, Brenda. Get him. Don't get him, Brenda. Tell him don't
No,
do
he said it wasn't. Why you going? You said it wasn't consensual. It's you. Shit. I can't. I can't stand it,
We
y'all. I
need to
can't
get it
stand that,
recorded
y'all.
that it's okay.
that. JoJo, my mouth is out of order right now.
Oh
I can't.
shit.
Oh shit! No, I think that mug might be better right now. You can't feel nothing. Nigga go crazy in that mouth right now.
Look, y'all, June the 15th, y'all gotta come out. That is the first official day for the comedy face off.
Hey, look, somebody else gonna read that, Reese.
Bang them tonsils out. She wouldn't even feel it right now. Just bang her throat out. She ain't feeling nothing.
No, I can't feel my tongue. That's because of my tongue. That was this past Saturday. Hey, Solo Jones is funny. So he's a hell of a guy. But Molly showed him yeah, right there. That's the first. Molly, tell him what it is. It's the first step up.
It's a hearse. I ain't trying to die.
My, tell what it is, my.
It's the first annual comedy face off. Y'all come out. It's gonna be on June 15th. We got a friendly competition going on for $500. The way that you can win is basically on the 15th. Comedians will compete for a $100 prize. So they're gonna do the same thing for the 15th, the 22nd, the 29th, and the 6th. Each winner that end of the night that win that $100, they will go on to the 20th to compete for the $500 prize. So in total, the winner gets $600, and whoever lost, you'll still leave at least with $100, for the finale. So we just looking for more people to come out and get part of this. This is gonna be the first annual. We look on doing this for years to come. So if you want to register as a comedian, it's $50. If you ain't got the $50, just try to get 2 people to buy a ticket, and that be your registration fee as well. And other than that, you just want to come out and enjoy a comedy show, it's $25. I think that's gonna be funny because everybody gonna be willing to bring their best to win the money that night. So we got
Hey Molly, can you text me that flyer so I can post it for y'all on my shit?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, tell Dawood Shabazz to get in it. My boy Dawood, how he doing? He'll be good.
He's good.
Yeah.
He'll be, where is the females? Ain't no ladies registered yet, Molly.
Nah, no ladies. Yeah, we got men.
Y'all some
We got
sweet women.
4 comedians so far that been competing. We trying to at least get 5 to 10 each. But 4 dudes. We still got a few more that said they was gonna actually come on, but they just ain't make their payments yet. But if they can't make the 15th, you can do the 22nd. You can't do the 22nd, 29th, or the 6th. The only thing we encourage people to do the 15th, because if you do lose, you can come back and re-register for half the price on the 22nd and still have a chance to win $100 that night and still go on to win the $500 prize. So it just gives you more opportunities, basically. So other than that, just come out and support.
And then when you register the official way, you get a free ticket. You can give to somebody or sell it to somebody or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So
and then you can really register for $25 right there. Ain't that nothing?
Yeah, it's gonna be a DJ party. Before that, they got some like go going on. Before that, so everybody want to get their early bird. They got a lot of things going on before that. They got vendors up there. They gonna be selling stuff, and it's something that we looking to do on a monthly basis. We're gonna put something together, and this actually gonna be recorded, and we're gonna actually produce this as a show. So we're gonna have to get consent for some of the comedians. If you don't want to be part of the show that we actually pushing out there, then that's cool. But for those who is, we appreciate it. I think this is gonna be something big to just show highlight that it's funny people here in the DMV. Most of the funniest people on TV come from the DMV, so we just trying to bring more light to that. So We ain't, you know, we don't expect everybody to come out and support, but for those who do, we appreciate it.
You
I got
come
put
from all
backstage.
You was going to sleep, bro. I thought you was off the fentanyl or something.
Nah, I was doing
Reese.
Reese. That was my impression of Reese.
What?
I said, this nigga done went to sleep, man.
Nah, I was
He
doing my
had me
impression of Reese and shit. I was like, okay, I opened my eyes. I said, what the fuck? How'd I get back?
Nah, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me today. Y'all got anything y'all want to leave the people with before we get out of here? Especially you, Brenda. I want to know how I can find that show. I can watch them go on there and act a fool on that game night.
You should have been there last night, Marley. Rodney was off the chain, voting everybody off the island. He was a dictator, hostile takeover.
He was telling us.
Rodney,
Oh, man. Don't blame me.
Yes. He like
I
the
didn't do
weakest
nothing.
link. Yeah, you did. Rodney bullied everybody. It's so funny because Rodney had everybody convinced that his answer was right all the time. And they went along with it. They were like, yeah, Rodney said it. He was confident. That's what it is. When you believe in you can get other people to believe it too. I was sitting there and be like, but that ain't right.
Reese.
1 + 1 is 1.
I gave my opinion.
You gave your answer.
And I
It was the
walked
answer.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I did.
Yeah.
I said it's 9 minutes left because we had to hurry. Everybody wanted to talk. I was like, my opinion is this, and I left it. That was it. I was like, y'all keep on talking, y'all losing money. Like, pick something. All I did was
calling me. Why Lee not on the show?
Who that?
Lee.
I don't know. Did you send her the link?
Yes, she got the link.
Oh.
All right, well, that's all you got. Then you need to be talking to her about.
Yeah, you gonna ask us? We
Yeah.
know.
They ain't gonna put us on hold in the middle of the show. You know what I mean?
You want to know? They said that I send you the link.
Lee ain't got nothing good to say.
Yes,
Don't worry about
I
it.
did.
Got a win yesterday.
Started at 10:30. She calling at 1, asking for a link.
Yeah, no bullshit. Oh, damn.
She must have had some of that. She must have had some of that shit
If we was on the
got.
show, we would vote her off right now. That's some bullshit.
Lee ain't come on because she mentioned that thumb yesterday. She want Beast bring it up.
What
JoJo on
thumb?
here. Now we gonna wait till she come on here.
Oh, that's Ricky Friday.
Yeah.
Now Beast got a crush on Lee. Damn it, I done heard it all.
I'm gonna get her. Don't worry about it.
I said Beast.
I'm gonna get her, and she going to consent. Brenda,
He said, and you going to consent. He gonna make you
Right.
fall in love with that tire.
There you go.
You gotta get her that China fly.
He gonna convert her. He gonna convert you back.
I already talked to my wife. She said it's good. It's okay. That'll be my hall pass.
Yeah, you gonna spend your hall pass on Lee?
Hey man, I like a challenge.
Yeah.
He said you gonna be willing around like you got a bonus.
Yo, say you like a child.
You know what I'm saying? Like a challenge. You know what I'm saying? She like that par 3 nobody can hit. I'm gonna
Lee,
get
I
that
just
joint.
sent you the link. Now you got
Come
it.
on.
I did it. You got it. Rodney waiting for you, baby.
Oh shit.
Rodney said, Rodney and Lee. Damn a bear.
Sitting in a tree. That go good. That go good. Rodney and Lee sitting in a tree.
I like your man, Rodney Lee. Rodney Lee, come to the office.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all could be just y'all can call me.
His name Lee Frank. His real name was Lee Frank.
Lee Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Leroy Lee Frank.
You got Lee Frank. Yep. That's a real person.
When I get done with it, they're gonna be calling her Julie.
He said she gonna be in that dress again.
Yeah,
She gonna be in that dress.
Her name ain't gonna be Lee no more. It's gonna be Julie. She gonna go straight into the. She gonna go change back. I'm gonna have her in a summer dress. A summer dress with some high heels on.
There she go. They gonna call you
name gonna
Lisa.
be Julie.
You gotta have the Lee back in it. It gotta be Lakeisha, yo. It can't be some author. It gotta have Lee in it.
No, Lee.
Yeah.
Julie.
Oh, okay. My bad. I missed that. I missed
Hey, man, get up, Lee.
Cause she's my jewel.
Oh, you got a delay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, he said, "Cause she my jewel."
That's
Oh, that's sweet, Lee.
I don't know what do that mean?
I think he said he gonna make her evil. That's what I thought he said.
You
Nah.
the treasure. You the treasure. Oh,
But yeah, you keep fucking around, I'm gonna find a diamond.
wait a minute. I'm a diamond. Hold on. I
Oh,
always said
shit. Oh, I know what that means, Rodney. Boy, you better run.
Hey.
I ain't scared
Get
of
him,
her.
Lee.
She gonna find this dick
What up,
mama.
What up?
Shorty.
I'm gonna give him his first colonoscopy from a female doctor.
That nigga said, yo, seriously, that nigga.
As long as I get to go first, Lee.
No, there's no
women
you
first.
you can't go first.
Well,
I'm
look,
getting ready to
long
crush
as
this
y'all
crush
use
you
the
got. I'm gonna try
duvet,
to
long as
crush.
you use the duvet, y'all be
I'm
all right.
a crush, buddy.
Cause y'all get ready to get into some backfield and motion.
I think both y'all go at the same time for real. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna put the head in.
Nah, I'm putting in all 3 thumbs, Lee.
Oh, oh shit!
Oh,
He bringing
in the bonus
And
hole.
they should get this book, 'cause this shit ain't free.
In the
That's what you
bonus
go.
hole.
That's what you gonna know you have if I'm gonna make a new one. And see, the thing about that is,
y'all smart
he
enough for
ain't gotta
show.
look
They
out.
Friday.
But just
They going in on Friday.
Sorry, Lee. I love you.
yeah, Rodney, you cool, but I didn't.
Get...
Rodney, you cool, but you ain't my type, bro.
It's all right. I got this brownie Gwen made for you. It's all right. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah,
They got that Spanish. Don't
1500.
take no drinks from him, Lee. Don't take no drinks.
Next time I see you, I'm gonna buy you a drink. I got you. We're gonna make this work. Got.
I tell you what, I'm gonna give you a trade off. I'm gonna trade with you. How about that?
As long as I get to go first.
Ain't
You ready?
no robbery. What you got? What you trading?
Huh?
What you trading?
I got it.
What?
2 days.
You got what?
I don't know.
Shit
I
breaking
don't know
up.
about she gonna take this dick in 2 days. That's what I heard.
I didn't hear you.
We ain't hear you.
Love make you do some crazy stuff. So if you got that type of crush,
Oh shit! You heard what he said?
Yeah, I knew she'd give in eventually. She gonna give in eventually. I know.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear it.
I just
No,
want
I
y'all to
haven't
say
given in.
I'm gone after the 21st,
You sound
22nd, and the 24th. I'm gone. No, I'm starting to hurt. I'm gone. I just the soda posters. Y'all know where I'm gonna be. On this 8th, I'm gonna be on June the 8th, and on the 15th. I'm in Utah Street, Baltimore, June the 8th. The 15th, I'm at no, that's the first annual.
Do it. They know where you put the flyer up, cause she sleep. There you go. Comedy face.